Hey, 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 happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uncensored Minds Reloaded, episode 145. We are here. We are live, and the crew is ready to bring you an amazing show. I hope that everyone has had a dope weekend. You know how I always say, I hope that everyone has gotten out, hang out with family, friends. It was a rough week, but I hope that everyone was able to just have an amazing weekend and got out and enjoyed the weather and enjoyed a good time. We are here. Make sure to like and share the video if you haven't done so already. If you have, thank you. We appreciate you. It's the Erotic Zone tonight, so I hope the S Gang is in the building because I'm definitely going to bring some shit tonight. Also, if you are not a member, please make sure to tap in. Exclusive content. The gear is off the hook. You got Make It Make Sense. You got Intimate Conversations. You got the Uncensored Minds merch. Make sure you tap in to the memberships, tap into the merchandise. It is available for you now. I see all the hot colors floating around. If you haven't gotten yours, get it. I promise you, you will be the hottest thing rocking out there in the streets. But what's up, everybody? Make sure to say something in the chat so that we can see who all is here. Shout out to all of our silent watchers. We love and appreciate you, and we welcome you to the episode tonight, 145. Let's get it rocking. Mr. Nell, you around, sir? I'm looking for you. What's going on? Do I see? I see you. I see you. Make it make sense tonight, Nell. This is what we're gonna do.
Make it make sense. Um, Welcome everybody to episode 145. Um, Lost and confused is the topic of the show. Thank you to everybody. Let me start off the show by saying thank you to everybody who called, who text, who said a prayer, who said a kind word. I just know that your heartfelt prayers are with me and my family as we go through these difficult times right here. Yesterday, I had to relay to rest one person that was near and dear to my heart, who I love, and then tomorrow we do the same thing with my brother. So, just outpouring of prayers have been coming my way and my family's way, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody out there for making it make sense. Not too often do we share, what's going on in our personal lives. The same way we share our thoughts and our views when it comes to certain topics. But it was imperative that I said something tonight as well as I said last week, just so you can see exactly why Nell ain't Nell right now. But as we continue to push forward, conversations like this, forums like this, is mental therapy. For myself and a number of others who are going through a lot of the same things that we go through on a daily basis. I know Aisha is um, an avid person when it comes to um, mental health. She's always checking on us, on the fellas. And likewise, we do the same things, but she's always in our inboxes, always in our text messages, just saying, yo, you cool. And I appreciate that. So let's get into episode 145. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Thank you. Eesh, the people like the same world is tripping. They're tripping. But before we get into that, we got the icebreaker question of the day. It go a little something like this. We don't got an icebreaker question of the day like we typically normally do. That's why we all used. But our icebreaker question is not an icebreaker question. It's actually an icebreaker to let you know what Uncensored Minds is going to be doing going forward. It's a special announcement. A special announcement is the format of this show will be changing in the next couple of weeks. What you talking about, Willis? Eesh, fill in on what that looks like.
Well, we are going to shake things up just a tad bit and try something new, different, and exciting for all of the viewers and the members out there. So we are hoping that you are going to love it, love it, love it. As you know, we have, tried to implement some live, some pre-records and things of that nature. So we're definitely going to try to step things up a notch and take things to a different level. We're going to be doing some lives and some actual pre-records and just some great things on the horizon, just trying to see how we can take the show to the next level. So we are hoping that you are buckled up and ready for the ride, because it is going to take off. So gear up and get ready for that within the next few weeks. We thank you guys for always rocking with us, no matter how we come to you, whether it be live, whether it be on the pre-records, whatever. We thank you guys always for rocking with us and standing tall with the UM family. So stay tuned. We got some shit going on, Nell. You ready? Because I know I'm ready.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting, as we tinker with with Uncensored Minds. We just want to make sure we bringing y'all the biggest and best, and also great quality. We strive over here to be the best that we possibly can be, and the new format that's coming your way is going to improve on that. So as Ish was saying before, we will have somewhat of a live show. We're not going to deviate from that, just because that is what our core audience is built off of, and we just going back through the lineages of where Uncensored Minds started, and to where we are now. We will still have somewhat of a live show, but we also are going to transition to other things, such as pre-recorded material, so that you can get down and dirty with us, how we get down and dirty on Thursday nights as we prepare for the show on Sunday. And then it lends itself for you to go back and watch it, if you're not able to watch it on Sunday in its entirety, to go back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or even a couple of times a week, to go back and watch our opinions and see why Nell is so crazy, and why Ish is Ish, and why T is who he is. So the format is just going to allow us to grow even more. So stay tuned for that. There's a lot of exciting things going on. And again, Uncensored Minds is not going away. It is still going to have its live show, but it's also going to have multi-layers to it. So don't leave us. Just continue to support us. Continue to invite your family and friends, and continue to like, share, and comment like you do every week. I guarantee you're going to like with the direction that we're going in. So that's what's next. So let's get right into the entertainment quick spin. Bob Barker, host of The Price is Right, is dead at 99 years old. What was your favorite, knowing that, he's a game show host? He came home when we was in school a lot of the times, but when we had the opportunities to be at home, he was on TV. What's your favorite game show, and also your favorite game show host?
Hmm. I think for me, Wheel of Fortune was my favorite. Pat Sajak and Vanna White. One, I like solving shit. So like being able to do the Wheel of Fortune and unveiling the answers and all of that, like that's what intrigued me the most. But I think I like Vanna. I think I didn't really care for Pat too much. He wasn't too exciting, but I liked Vanna. I think Wheel of Fortune was it for me, although I could say others. But that's to be the one. What about you?
I think my favorite game show um, probably was The Price is Right, and then as
Really?
older and it became more on TV, is Family Feud.
Family Feud.
It is definitely that. It's so funny. We hosted it over there. We're hosting it. Our likenesses over there hosting it. Shout out to Steve Harvey.
Mhm.
But those, for the most part, it always was Price is Right. That's what came on in the daytime. Um, wasn't too much. If Wheel of Fortune was cool, Jeopardy was just too smart for my head.
Yeah, Jeopardy was way too smart for me too.
I also like Pyramids. I like Pyramids. That's another one of them older shows that used to come.
Mhm.
25. What is that? 25,000 Pyramid or something like that. It used to be called. Uh,
Yeah.
game shows used to be popping. What
You remember that game show Whammy?
I,
Big Whammy?
I ain't that old, Heish.
Oh, nigga, bye.
I ain't,
Look, nigga, bye.
I ain't that old.
Um, I can't think of it. I think it's called Big Whammy, Whammy or Big Whammy, and
Okay.
the little thing used to go around. I can't think of the name of it, but that was one of my favorites too.
Was it on an actual show, or was it a show itself?
It was a game show. It was an actual show, and
Okay.
I feel like it was called. Man, I can't remember. Maybe somebody in the chat. Big Whammy. There you
So
go.
yeah,
Password and Whammy. Yes, Helen. Whammy used to be one of my favorites too. Actually, I think that would be my second runner up.
okay, okay. Um,
Thanks, T.
pressure luck. A lot of other people are saying whammy.
Mm.
What's some? I want y'all to comment in the audience. What's one of your favorite game shows? And then also don't leave out one of your game show hosts. Who was your favorite game show host? You said Pat Sajak was.
Yeah, I think if I had to choose one, I thought Pat was kind of boring, but if I had to choose overall, I would say like back then when I used to watch game shows. I don't watch them now, so I can't say anybody recent. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
I would say Pat. Yeah,
Pat. Mine is Steve Harvey because
Steve Harvey.
I like Steve Harvey. My other one would have been Bob Barker because my other favorite show was The Price is Right. I used to love when the cars came out. Like, and I look
Yeah,
back now, like them cars is cheap cars, but the cars came out. It was exciting to get a car.
yeah.
Shout out to
Okay.
everybody over there. Bob, rest in peace to Bob Barker, dead at 99 years old. That's a little life. You know, if you get
Oh,
live to see 99 years old, you've done something right. Um,
yeah. He was blessed.
so some of the people on the we get a lot of people that's saying yes, pressure luck,
Oh,
classic concentration, the newlywed game, um, family feud,
I haven't watched the Newlywed Game in so long. That used to be fun too.
the newlywed game. Which
Yeah,
one?
you remember that?
That's
I
not
don't
the
even.
that's not the dating game one, right? The one when they used to go on the dates, the three, and one person would be there and they had to
Yeah,
drink.
I think that was it. I
Okay.
think that was it, right? I think that was it. I like that one too.
Richard Dawson's Family Feud, kissed every girl on the lips. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Let's y'all kissing girls on the lips back then. That's why they had mono. And no, I didn't have it last week.
That's funny. It's funny how much the game shows were so prevalent back then. Like we have like Family Feud now, Let's Make a Deal and stuff. You know, some of the newer ones. I know Dwayne Wade even has one now, right?
Hmm.
I can't even think of the name of that one, but they were like major back in the day, like those game shows.
Absolutely. Wheel
Mm-hmm.
of Fortune. Let's not forget Wheel of Fortune, as you said before.
Mm-hmm.
Jeopardy, Pressure, Luck. What's another one? What's the one where people used to how to become a millionaire? Remember that?
How to Become a
With- with
Millionaire. Yeah.
that was a
Mm-hmm.
real good one. People wanted to go on there and make millions. Plus the oh, also, you know what's another one of my favorites when I watch the game show thing now on TV? Like they got the game show network on cable, is the ones where people used to run around the supermarkets and take all the food. What was the
And
name?
take article.
And they used to get the food in the cart. But I liked it that one.
Something run, wasn't it? I forget, but I do supermarket something. I forget now.
We got something that says Hollywood Squares,
Oh, I forgot about Hollywood Squares.
21 words or less, Pictionary. So we can go all day, all day,
Hmm.
all day. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? We can go all day with the game show. Shout outs to Bob Barker.
Supermarket Sweep. That's it.
That's my shit. I like that.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna get right into the entertainment kick spin we had. But as y'all can see, my name this week is Gotti. If y'all know, you know what I'm talking about. But entertainment quick spin has Irv Gotti striking again. He had another episode of Drink Champs. And Ish, I see you shaking your head and rolling your eyes. What the Irv Gotti do this time, Ish?
Irv just talks way too much, way too much. He resurfaces again on Drink Champs for the second time, I believe, within this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes on and he is at it again. He tackles a little bit of the whole Ashanti issue, but mainly what was the hot topic is him saying that Fat Joe, who he thought was his brother at one point in time, he feels is no longer his brother because Fat Joe called him out on the whole Ashanti deal, calling her a bitch on, what I mean, on the show, really in his feelings about the whole Ashanti situation. So Fat Joe spoke on it and he pulled his coattail a little bit and said, yo, you kind of whack for that. You know what I mean? You a sucker for that. And, Gotti wasn't too pleased with that.
How you feeling?
Therefore,
What you think
listen,
about it?
I feel like your friends should always be able to, call you out on your shit. I feel like real, true friends are not always going to say what you want them to say. You're not always going to hear what you need to hear from them. And I feel like Fat Joe was making good, valid points. Yo, you was corny for that. And I'm gonna call you out on that. That don't mean I don't love you. That don't mean I'm not your brother. You know what I mean? But I just think Gotti didn't want to hear the truth. You know what I mean? He didn't want to hear the truth. So he not my brother no more. He being petty Eddie as he has been in the past. So
He did.
I don't know. I think he just talked too much.
He did make a good point though. He said, "If I am your brother, you call me, you hit me." I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, with it," and I appreciate that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if we got beef behind, you gonna call my phone. Like just knowing the relationship that me and you got. If me and you had a disagreement on this show on a Sunday, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
handle it backstage.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna jump on live and you're not gonna say all kind of wild, crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna call my phone. You're gonna have a conversation about it. And you may even tell me, yo, I'm gonna address this publicly, but at least you gave me the opportunity to chop it up. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what he was meaning. Like if you my brother would have came to me instead of going to the internet with it first. If you
Mm-hmm.
realized I said something crazy or you knew where I was disrespecting, you would have pulled me aside personally and said it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where and I think people forget to reiterate that point when they think,
Mm-hmm.
well, he said something about Fat Joe. What he said was, cool. I'm cool that he said that. He and him, Ashanti, Ja Rule, they all go out on tour. They do their
Mm-hmm.
thing. They got it. They friends and like brother,
Mm-hmm.
sister. But then too, if I'm your brother, you call me. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not gonna appreciate that.
Yeah, I do agree with that there. I do agree with that. But then again, you know,
But
but
that's
how close is their relationship, obviously, for him to think that that was his brother? Like, you know what I mean?
that's how.
Like,
This the thing, right? If we've had a relationship for 20, 25 years and we've had a disagreement, or you've pulled my coattail on other occasions, I'm gonna think you're gonna do that now. This
right.
world is so corny where everything they gotta run to the internet and talk about everything to get views and stuff like that and stay relevant. And I think a lot of times Fat Joe does that because
Mm-hmm.
he's not always keeping it real and keeping it solid on himself because there's people that checked him for certain things that he did and said. And he
Mm-hmm.
also said, well, if you felt that way, you got my number, you could have called me. So you can't be the one who's screaming, call me, call me, call me when somebody says something to you, but then you the first person to jump on live and go defame the characters.
Mm-hmm.
You got their number,
Mm-hmm.
somebody,
Mm-hmm.
their brother. That's the way, that's how I read it from Irv, right?
Irv,
Who would he
right.
say? Ja even says something to me, but Ja
Yeah.
says to me
Directly.
directly
Right.
and low. I see a lot of people asking why do they keep putting Irv on it. Irv got
Mm-hmm.
most. Believe it or not, Irv got a lot of positive things that's going on. Irv, if you don't know, had a series on BT
Mm-hmm.
that was real popular. What was the name of it, Ish?
I think it was called
Tell.
Tales,
Mm-hmm.
the Tales or something like that. Yeah, they
Tell.
were pretty good too.
It
I
was
watched a
real good.
couple of them.
It was
Mm-hmm.
real good. What else? Look at this. They showing you love. Each best host ever. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Best
What's
host,
up, Jen Boo?
I can't lie. You are an amazing, great host. So best host ever. I'll give you that title.
Thank you.
Um, so he had motion. He also just recently sold his masters, which his masters consist of Ja Rule's catalog, Ashanti's catalog, Murder Inc.'s catalog, which is a legendary catalog. And he
Mm-hmm.
sold that for 100 million
Mm-hmm.
liquid cash, and then also $200 million in equitable lines of credit in order for him to now start his movie career and fund his movie career. I'm not mad at him for that.
Mm-hmm. But I just feel like too a lot of the a lot of the talk on Drink Champs wasn't even about that. Like it stuck in the messiness of things a little bit. And not that it was necessarily messy, but like how much of the interview was about his endeavors. Yeah, we heard that he made the 100 million or whatever, but we kind of stuck in him just talking shit.
But is that his fault? Is that his fault, or is that the end?
No, not at all. I don't take nothing or no blame from Nori, you know what I mean, or EFN for, directing and guiding the interview. But if you notice, it stayed right where it would cause the rise. Yep, the clickbait. It stayed right where we knew Irv was going to go, and that was, talking the shit like he does. So, I guess they made it happen and do what they wanted it to do.
This statement right here is powerful. Your brother is your brother unless he never was your brother. Reason, that's a powerful statement from what I'm about to say next. If the host is a very good friend of yours, someone who calls you their brother, brings you up there to give you your flowers, he is actually controlling the strings. So is Nori really Irv's brother, or is he capitalizing off of what, knowing that Irv is going to be Irv? He's going to say what he wants to say. He's going to say what he feels. He's going to just be him. And in a controlled environment or a controlled situation where your homie, your dog is a loose cannon, you're going to help them control that so they don't look crazy, right? It's Nori's responsibility to, as the host, to hold his homie down. How many times do we do on this show? Do y'all hold it down for me? If I might be going left, somebody interjects. If he going left, we interject. If you might feel whatever, we interject. We say something to bring the conversation away from you in that sense and bring it back to wherever it needs to go to move it forward. That's what a real brother does. So can we say Nori, is Nori really his brother? Or is Nori doing what's best for him, Nori, or is Nori doing what's best for Irv?
Well, I think first and foremost, Nori is going to do what's best for the show. And that's not to say that Nori is not his brother. I mean, because obviously, we only can see surface relationships, especially in front of media and how it's edited and broken down and things of that nature. But I think first and foremost, Nori is going to keep the content. Yeah, he's going to keep the content good and wanting the people to watch and talk about it and discuss it. And not that he actually is putting Irv in front of the line of fire, because Irv's grown. Irv probably wanted to come on and talk some more shit, and Nori just opened that platform for him. But I think ultimately Nori's goal in this situation and in that platform is to make the show bust, and that's what he did.
I agree, but if you
is it right? No.
If you my brother, be my brother all the time. Don't be my brother just when it's convenient. Don't be my brother behind. My brother all the time. Protect me.
Yeah. Well, he did kind of call Nori out a little bit.
He did.
If you notice, he called Nori out a little bit on it, and Nori, he didn't have much to say about it. He just was like, it got kind of quiet. But
you can't. You gotta respect it. At the end of the day, you gotta respect it, and that's why I said I respect Irv, because when anybody that has the opportunity to speak up, regardless of good, bad, different, you gotta speak up, and you gotta speak up for yourself. One thing I would respect is the first time he was on it, he was drunk. He realized, drunk and high. He said, "This time ain't no alcohol consumed. I'll have somebody else take my shots so I can be sober minded." And I like that because he recognized wrongs.
Yeah. And that was good. He did have he had his folks surrounding him. He had his sister with him. He said, "My daughter's watching." He did keep it nice and clean. And I respect Nori for even not drinking as well and trying to keep it without the liquor. But yeah, that's what I was laughing at. I was laughing at too.
For sure.
The Varna Hill.
we don't never badger and belittle nobody's motion or nobody's platform. Shout outs to the Drink Champs, Nori and his whole crew over there, EFM, the whole Drink Champ staff. Continue to keep doing what y'all doing. Keep running it up. Let's move on.
What we got?
Trump. It's in the news again. Trump's mugshot was released, and he hires gunners, lawyers. Each has been our resident legalist, as I like to call you. Tell us a little bit more about what Trump is going through right now, what he's facing. Why is another mugshot floating around? What happened?
Oh my God. So he is the first president in history. He's the 45th president, was the 45th president, and he is the first president in history to get indicted. He is now working on indictment number 4 in the state of Georgia, where I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 39 charges or something, falling under the RICO Act, all dealing with voter fraud, making a few calls, trying to get some extra votes for the election, tying in elected officials in on his nonsense and shenanigans. He's got a host of charges and has now been indicted in the state of Georgia and will face charges there amongst the other charges that he is facing in other states. If you notice that mugshot is very scolding. He's looking like, y'all not gonna fucking get me. I'm gonna get up out of this. But Trump has been all plastered all over the internet for these new charges, hired a team as it states, gunners, lawyers. And so we're going to see how he's going to wiggle his way out of this. He faces, just for the one charge, he could face up to 20 years. So that's the main charge of the voter fraud. So we're going to see what Trump got going on. And he's got a slew of people that were under his administration that is also being charged. And it's a shit show, Nell. A shit show.
So a 98-page indictment issued on August 14th. Here's some of his charges that he's facing: violating Georgia's Racketeering Act, solicitation of violation of oath by public officer, conspiracy to impersonate a public officer, conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree, false statements in writing, and filing false documents. Those are some of the charges that Donald Trump is facing in this Georgia indictment. As you all know, the district attorney in Georgia, when it comes to her state, she doesn't play. She's got, Young Thug and YSL under indictment currently right now, and she's, hooking another big fish in Donald Trump right around election time. So we'll see what this looks like. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
You could tell he definitely wasn't happy in his mugshot, even though he only spent in booking
custody, yeah,
custody, booking, all that. It's never that easy for me.
Listen at all.
So we'll see what goes on with this case as the days and weeks are coming. Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie's back in the news. Lil Boosie is going through weed withdrawal, he said. And this is stemming from a recent arrest from a parole violation. And now that he is, I guess, now facing new charges, he has to stay clean, regardless of even if he lives in a state where marijuana is legal. Tell us a little bit more about that, Aisha.
So he is facing new gun charges, and under his pretrial conditions, one of those conditions is to stay clean, have a clean urine test whenever they ask for it. It could be weekly, it could be bi-weekly, or they could just do it sporadically. He's got to stay clean. So in going through his no smoking weed, he talked a little bit about the withdrawal that he has been going through. He stated that he has been having very vivid, wild nightmares. He states that he's lost his appetite, but he also states on the flip side of that, that he feels a lot healthier, that his skin is clearing up, and he just feels himself becoming on the right track. So I guess after his initial withdrawal symptoms, he started feeling a little bit better. So, I understand what he's going through initially, but ultimately it may help him not to do that. He said he's been smoking exotic weed for 5 years straight, nonstop. So can just imagine what his body has been going through now that he has been forced to go cold turkey. So, now I don't know, people who smoke weed, often they say that once they stop or once they don't have it, they feel the remnants of not being able to, have it on the regular, and their body actually goes through the withdrawal as if it was, a narcotic, or as if it was, cocaine, or something like that. You know what I mean? Pills, Oxycontin, whatever. And so it is a thing. People think, oh, it's natural. You know what I mean? You're not really going to go through withdrawal. You cool. No, there's some withdrawal that comes along with it. And that's what Boosie is going through now.
Yeah, like my man Stephen A. Smith says, lay up, please. Get off.
Yeah.
It reminds me, I don't know if y'all are caught up on y'all the Shy, this season. But they tackle this in this season where, one of the characters, one of the new characters that they introduced this season, is a weed farmer, and he was somehow, the weeds that they're buying from these corner drug dealers and all that is trash, and growing your organically, you can tell the difference. It smokes differently. Your body has different, goes through different whatever's, while you're in. Maybe you want to look at that, you know. But I don't know.
Shout out to Boosie though. I can only imagine, especially we already know Boosie be turned up.
Yeah, Boosie.
So yeah, Boosie be turned up all the time. So I I hope that he gets through this whole little case situation unscathed, and not angry and catching new cases because he can't smoke weed. So shout out to Boosie.
Shout outs to Boosie. That was our entertainment quick spin. Thank you for rocking with us on that. As you said earlier, top memberships are available. New content is dropping this Monday. So tomorrow is Monday. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. So some new exclusive content is dropping. As you can see right here, we're rocking some of the merchandise that you can come to enjoy over here on the Telemate Enterprises network, which is Intimate Conversations. Earlier, you see me had on a Make It Make Sense shirt. Don't forget about us here on Wednesdays with Telemate Kicks. Make It Make Sense on Saturdays, twice a month. Then we got, deviations of that where we got Raw Honey and Erotic Zone. We doing our thing. And then you got the big boy of them all, granddaddy of them all, us here on Uncensored Minds. So we got a lot of different things going on this channel. And all you got to do is stay tuned. Get your membership. It'll allow you to open access to all the content that is dropping, regardless if it's intimate conversations, whether if it's Make It Make Sense, whether if it's exclusive content only for the members, not, even if it's just uh, us updating y'all on what we got going on over here. Y'all gonna come and expect that. So get your membership. Go get your membership. Go get your memberships. And anybody that also has a membership, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us over here. Let's get right into it. So some of the meat and potatoes of our show tonight starts right here. As you all know, the three of us, we reside in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that is. Um, when it comes to our home, we are very vocal when we always talk about it. We always talk about Philly being our home and, being proud to be a Philadelphian. But it's situations like this that just pulls at our heartstrings, regardless if it's in Philadelphia, or if it's New York, or if it's, small town Iowa, it doesn't matter. These type of things have to stop. And what we're talking about is a Philadelphia man was shot and killed by a Philadelphia police officer while sitting in his car listening to music. It's crazy. Talk about a little bit more about that, Ish.
So just about a week or so ago, I believe it was on August the 16th. Apparently, a Philadelphia man was in his car riding up what they believe is the wrong side of the street. These are initial reports, and of course, things are slowly coming out and being discovered. Um, but he apparently was going up the wrong way street, driving erratically, and the police actually, warned him to stop, pull over, whatever the case may be. Now, initial reports state that he hopped out the car and he wielded a knife. These were initial reports, but after viewing the body cam footage, it was determined that Mr. Irizarry never left his car. He was planted in the vehicle. He never lunged at police with a knife, therefore, not really warranting any shots to have been fired. However, a Philadelphia police officer, Officer Dial, shot 6 times at Mr. Irizarry while he was in the car, shooting 5 times and then one as he was going across the car in front of the vehicle at the prompting of his partner, who stated he has a knife. Now, the partner drew his gun but did not make any shots, so Officer Dow was the officer that actually shot all 6 shots into Mr. Irizarry. He was transported to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. And there is a lot of discrepancies in this story. There is a lot of things being swept under the rug by the initial reports and the people that were on the scene. And our police chief is attempting to get to the bottom of it. And the family wants answers, Nell.
They need answers. They deserve answers.
The family wants answers.
As we know, it's been all over the news here. It's been all on our social medias. It's been on the sites that we follow that have to do with our city. And I don't think this officer typically, like, you got to know your surroundings nowadays. We always see, there's somebody recording somewhere somehow. When you think they're not, is something always being recorded. And the home that this took place at, Ring camera was taking video with audio. I mean, audio with video and audio. I can't think. I'm sorry, but audio and video. So not only did you see the video, but you had heard the audio with it. You seen it clear as day, where the guy pulled up, parked. Looked like he was trying to evade the police. Okay, we see it. Talking to people that I know that's in law enforcement said, honestly, at that point, it still was a traffic stop. And whatever the case may be, either you're going to give him a citation, or depending on whatever, if you deem it necessary or whatever he did prior to this, take him into custody. But pull your weapon, draw your weapon, and fire 6 shots into his car. It was wild. He got out as the officers got out the car and approached. As each said, one screamed out he has a knife, as the other one ran over to the driver's side. Now, mind you, the driver window was up. He was no threat to the officer at that point. He was sitting in his car. The officer pulled his fire weapon out, his service weapon as he calls it, and fired 5 shots into the window that was rolled up. So at what point was this man a threat? After firing 5 shots, ran around to the front, let off another shot, and, tried to get into the car or whatever, because he didn't think. Neighbors start to come out. Now they go over to the car, trying to pull the guy out of the car. Time to get out of the car. He shot him 5 times, close range, point blank. Man is fighting for his life at this point. They pull him out the car and transport him to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. How do you explain this to a parent? How do you explain this even to the person, your wife, when you go home and you explain what happened on the job today? How do you explain this to a judge when the evidence is so prominent? Now, as we've seen from other cases like this, the police force or whoever is in charge typically gives them desk duty or suspension pending review. They tried that here, but that would have caused mad hysteria. So what they did was review the evidence and review the conduct of the officer and determine that this officer should be fired. Now he's fired pending review, not fired pending charges, but fired and pending review, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
If the shoe was on the other foot and I fired 5 or 6 shots into someone's driver's window, I wouldn't have been sent home pending review of the case. I would have
Facts.
charged immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where the public has this disdain for our law enforcement officials. One, they take things too far. Two, the consequences and punishment do not equate to the same consequences and punishment for us citizens as it does for those officers.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. They're going to be looking for criminal charges. The family's attorney, Shaka Johnson, is pushing the district attorney's office and the charging unit there to possibly review and bring criminal charges against that officer, although they are holding off on that pending this investigation that they are still reviewing film and tapes and taking statements of people on the scene, witnesses, officers, etc. But I feel like the firing upon review is kind of, I think she's trying to cover herself in a sense, the chief, by doing it that way. Police protocol, whatever you may want to call it. I think she's just trying to cover herself so that no civil suits can come back from that officer at a later time should things unfold in a different manner. But I think right now it is clear and plain and evident that he was wrong and at fault. So I'm hoping that the family can get justice. They're going to have a crazy lawsuit. Crazy.
Absolutely. So
What's up, T?
are you telling me that all I gotta do is just go put on a uniform and commit crimes and I won't be held to the same standard that as a simple civilian would be?
It would seem that you would be afforded an investigative period of about 30, probably 30 to 60 days before they decide if you would be charged criminally and held accountable in the criminal court for blatantly murdering a civilian. So
So,
yeah.
but let's make it make sense. So
Oh.
are we afforded that same luxury of an investigation period before we are arrested or before we are in prison? No, they take us into
Mm-hmm.
a pending bail, and if no bail was given, then pending a trial, right?
Mm-hmm.
A clear, blatant disregard for life wasn't handled the same way. And the reason why I say that is because the reports that came out said he chose not to cooperate with internal affairs. He gave a false statement. His account of he could not make an account or recollect anything that happened. He decided not to give it. He actually declined the statement. So that just goes to show that you're guilty on all fronts when you choose not to speak up for your actions if you felt you were threatened.
Well, let me tap in right there now. Hold on that point. Because just by working in defense, even if a person didn't do something, it is rule of thumb to never give a statement. Even if you're innocent, that's rule of thumb. So whoever he is being represented by, I'm sure the FOP has appointed him a counsel. Whoever is, they're telling him, no matter what it might be, even though we kind of know, we've seen the evidence that he's not innocent, to not give a statement, it could further hurt you, even if you are innocent. So he's probably being instructed not to.
Solid.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
What's up, T? We can't hear you.
No words, man.
I know, no words. It's crazy. Prayers for that family that are, they just laid him to rest. And I can't imagine, what they're feeling or thinking. I'm sure it's anger and mixed with pain. So hopefully they can get some resolve. What's up, T?
First and foremost, what's up to both of y'all? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome to what we call the greatest conversation of all, Uncensored Minds. Make sure everybody has hit that thumbs up button underneath the video. You just have to click on the live chat button and then push the thumbs up button to like the video to push our algorithms forward. But on these shenanigans, I'm going to say, there's a thing that when it's on us, they call it guilty until proven innocent. When it's on them, it's called innocent until proven guilty.
Or innocent until...
Oh, I'm going to play a little bit of this video, and then y'all chime in the chat and tell me, was this... You can tell he's erratic, that the police officer is erratic. He's backing up like fearful, scared for absolutely no reason because nothing was really happening. But I'm going to play a little bit of the video and y'all chime in the chat and in the comments and let me know if y'all think that this was justified. But here it is.
Come here! Boy, down that fucking leg! Down fucking shoot you! Boy, that keep shots fired, 100 much good. Get your hands up there right now! Boy, hold up, boy, stop. Move the car, move the car. Right. Move the car, move the car.
I didn't watch that. I did not watch that. That is the first time that I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I watched that like 18 times.
So as y'all can see, there was visibly no precedent threat. You can see the cop is running away shooting after being close-up shooting. So, we are here now. So, what's the move? He was suspended. He's set to be fired after these 30 days. But the main problem is that there's also another saying that's saying, if you're scared, get a fucking dog. So if you volunteer to be a cop, you cannot be outside on these streets calling yourself policing if you are that afraid. If you are that afraid, stay the fuck home, please, and thank you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. That's all I'm saying. So they're saying that the guy's name was Eddie. And they're saying that he also suffered from like some kind of mental issues. So I was having a conversation about how, it's going to be a big ass lawsuit and his family's going to get money, but he's still gone. He's still gone. What we doing? Mm-hmm. And so when I was preaching and making a point about everybody was so happy and cheerful and laughing about the chair situation, I was always standing there when some real shit happens. What we gonna do? Because it's not fucking funny. Like,
it's cringy, right?
That's all I'm saying. What we doing?
Real conversation.
That video is crazy, y'all.
It's a real conversation. Like, I'm so numb. I'm so numb to just the antics of the world. This is becoming this is happening far too often. And then it's like, it's becoming a norm. And just this whole past couple weeks for me, it just has just left me in a whole different like mindset, and I'm in a dangerous mindset because I'm numb to just everything. I'm numb to bullshit. I'm numb to disrespect. I'm numb to I'm numb to anything that's not pushing the positivity of life. And that's scary. It's scary because you don't know how to hone those emotions. You don't know how to hone that reality for you, because it's more than just an emotion at this point. It's a reality. You understand and you recognize what reality is, and that's reality. And how do you live between that, live within that? I'm lost. I'm lost right now. I'm a lost soul.
And these are the sad realities that we face. I don't want to exclude y'all, but this is the sad reality that we face as black men. As soon as we're approached, it's fear instilled without us even speaking, making a move, anything of that nature. As soon as they just see us, it's there.
I would agree.
It's crazy.
I would agree.
So like I tell my son, and like I tell Nell, and everybody, be careful, keep your head on the swivel, be aware, things of this nature, because we are targets because we're viewed as threats.
Sure. Yeah, that is the harsh reality. Like, and that's the reason why we had these tough conversations, right? Because real life looks different for people, many different people, right? And you can categorize those people from race, gender, economic status, and region, right? We as black people, we know the stripes of what racism looks like because we go through it, just how we're viewed. But the intricacies of that is the difference of what a black man goes through from the time he's conceived, or to the time he's when he's considered a threat, which is probably teenage years, to now, preteen and teenage years, all the way up until his death. Right? There's nothing like that in the world. There's nothing more depressing than the things that we go through as black men. And I'm not saying that women don't go through it. Please, let's not make it male and female at this point. But the stripes that a black man goes through just to walk out the door and make it to his destination and then make it back home is a total different walk of life for anybody else.
So I do hold on now, because I do want to say that luckily this was captured on somebody's Ring camera, because they are withholding the camera. They are withholding the body cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also in the initial statements, which why they told that boy to shut the fuck up, he was saying that the guy got out the car and was threatening him with a knife. So
because the investigation proved that wasn't the case.
Right.
If you don't not the case,
that is the what is now helping close a lot of cases. These Ring cameras that you have installed to protect yourself or to let you know who's at your door.
Right.
And it is allowing law enforcement officials, it is allowing investigation officials to do a much detailed job at finding out the truth, because it is being recorded. That is one of the greatest gifts, but greatest things that has taken away, the mystery of what really happened. These Ring cameras, and I'm in full support of that Ring camera because it is helping criminals red-handed, be it criminals and also police officers.
And I do want to say, as we wrap this topic up, him being a police officer, even if he gets fired, even if he gets found guilty, in 5 to 10 years, he'll be back out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just doing a regular job, like nothing never happened.
And he'll probably be doing some type of armed security guard job just because of his training as a police officer. He'll find a job.
Right.
It will be figured out for him.
Right.
But that family doesn't have a son. That young man will not grow up to father, if he does have children or doesn't, be able to father his own children or to live a life that was taken away from him. Bullshit. Like, please, like, ladies, gentlemen, everybody, love on your young brothers, love on your sons, your grandsons, your nephews, love on the men in your life, love on the men that you come across, because it's so hard out here. It's so hard out here. Just the perils of just everyday life is just so difficult. And yeah, we got some true knuckleheads out here, but we also got some real good brothers that is fighting just to see tomorrow. Just to see tomorrow. Not even for nothing, but just to see tomorrow. Like, just wake up tomorrow and do the same thing that you did the day before. Live life. And that's not a reality. Not a reality in most cases. It's such a challenging reality, I should say. It's such a challenge reality.
Okay, let's move on, people.
All right, next topic. All right. So this is a doozy, right? This should get everybody up and talking, get their spirits renewed a little bit. Should a pregnant girl be judged if she wants to have sex with someone other than her baby father? Let's paint the picture. A pregnant woman. Right. Maybe her and the baby father are no longer together, and she just wants to have sex with someone other than him. Would she be judged? Should she be judged? And if so, what's her judgment? What say you?
I'm gonna let Aisha go first.
Oh, and just so y'all know,
I'm judging. But go ahead, Aisha.
Go ahead, just so we know what now.
This is one of T's girls.
First of all, it's not one of my girls. The scenario was brought to me by a female friend who saw this scenario play out in front of her. So her friend was the guy who judged the pregnant girl after he was already smashing her. But go ahead, Aisha. What are your thoughts on?
So they're not together, correct?
They're not together.
They're not together. Okay. So I don't think.
Hold on. She's maybe, I'm gonna say, a month in.
Okay, a month in, they're not together. Okay. And she decides to have sex with someone else while she's pregnant.
She's horny. Okay. She wants to get her box. She want to get her.
That's what I was getting ready to say. So my thing is I'm not one to judgment-free zone. I mean, but I'm just saying, sis, like, don't get ran down on constantly, like, or run through. Like, you pregnant, you should have some couth, but also understanding that during pregnancy, you are at the height of like peaks, like you horny and you need sex, like your body is craving it. So I can understand where she might want to dip out a little bit.
But you're a female, so you educate me here. Isn't there risk?
So yeah, in the beginning, of course, when you're past your first trimester, your first 3 months, then the risk, it gets lower and less, you know what I mean? But initially 1 month in, 2 months in, sure, absolutely, she could miscarry for maybe too rough sex or just contracting, or something could go wrong initially. the further along you go, sure. I mean, but you know, I'm assuming that they're going to be not having wild, rough sex. They doing flips and he banging her back out all crazy. Like, you know, hopefully she just trying to get a little something soft and sweet.
That's not sex then.
Maybe soft and sweet. Oh, it's sex enough. It's sex enough for her to bust her nut.
So that was I'm glad that you touched on that, Ish, because that was my first initial question. My first initial question was, okay, she's not with the baby father anymore. Well, how many niggas is she trying to fuck? That was my first question. Like, is she trying to fuck a lot of niggas, or is she just trying to fuck one nigga? That was my
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, sis, don't get run down on. Like, if you want to have sex, maybe find somebody that you're comfortable with. You know, one partner, a constant that you can go to if you need to. You know what I mean? If it gets to the point, you know, where you have to do something. You know what I mean?
I also said, no, don't fuck my baby. That's just me. I don't want Nell fucking my baby. That's all I'm saying. I don't want Nell fucking my baby. But I'm gonna say I will be somewhat judgmental in this scenario, just because I don't think it looks good. Like, it's just not a good look. And I'm not saying you got to do everything for however it looks. And yes, you're still human. And yes, you're still going to be horny. But my thing was, why are you having the baby then?
Right.
So why go through with having a baby with somebody who you know you're not going to be with, and you know who's not going to be a father to your child? So now you're bringing a fatherless child into this world, and you're also fucking niggas and bringing that drama onto the baby.
Right. No, I get you for sure. I get you for sure. I can say that, you know, most pregnant. I mean, even if you try to say, okay, you know what I mean, I'm not going to have sex, or I'm not going to this, that, and the third, 8 months, 7 months, or whatever during that, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to not have sex with somebody, at least one person.
Right. All right. So I do want to throw Nell under the bus a little bit.
No.
Nell, like, no, please.
I do want to throw Nell under the bus a little bit. I'm going to say that when I was placed in this situation, I waited until the girl actually had the baby. No, you have the floor.
We business on this motherfucker.
This is Uncensored Minds, good brother.
I can't.
This is Uncensored Minds. We gotta tell the story, man. What's up?
Now you popping a pregnant shawty?
All right. I was 16 years old. She was my first. I wound up. The girl was. I wound up becoming. I can't even tell. You got me stumbling over my. What happened was, I started dating this girl. She was pregnant. She was 4 months pregnant when we started talking in high school. Right. Her and the baby father broke up with her. Yeah, I hit.
All right, no.
While she was pregnant.
All right, no. You hit while she was pregnant. Did you judge her at that point because she let you hit while she was pregnant? And I want to ask you, if somebody's pregnant with your baby now and y'all break up, would you judge her?
I didn't judge her because I wanted to be with her.
Okay.
I realized that she already came to me with somebody else's baby within inside of her. So I knew that. Like, I'm mature enough to know. Like, so I don't judge people because everybody got a pass. I just liked her so much that I was like, all right, cool. Like, we in a relationship. I'm willing to step up and handle the responsibilities. I actually even had a job at the time, first little job, working at Burger King, and I was, buying little Pampers and stuff like that for the baby. So,
you was being stepdaddy.
Oh, you're so sweet.
And go ahead, stepdaddy.
And a lot of that has to do with my upbringing.
Right.
Again, I lived in a house where this man, from the time I was 1 to now 43 years old, has taken care of me. Been there and been an intricate part of my life. My father, shout out to my father, Frank. What up, Pop? But
no, are you judging your baby mom now if y'all break up and she's fucking other niggas?
No.
Look, she fucking 3 niggas. Why she pregnant with your baby? Your baby like 4 months now. Is she fucking 3 niggas?
Where my gun? I'm not. I'm gonna be mad at myself. I'm gonna be upset at myself. I'm gonna be upset with myself that it didn't work to the point where that we can't even be civil, cordial, or even together during this time. Like I would just totally like try to do everything I possibly could to make this situation work while she's pregnant, because I want the baby to be healthy. I want her to be healthy, no stress. I want her to have love on a real scale and not just a fuck. Just to
all right, because it's a lot going on right here. I just want to know, when you sitting in the corner by yourself watching the game, and she fucking these 3 niggas on a regular basis, what are you saying to yourself? Do you have the judgment in this position?
I'm good. I'm a dickhead. I'm a dickhead for fumbling the bag. Like we talked about before, we had a Uncensored Minds type of members only content where it was the fumbling in the bag. I fumbled that bag. That means if I'm sitting in a corner watching a football game and I know shorty out here knocking down 3, 4, 5 niggas because I'm scrolling and she on Instagram or Facebook and she got another nigga on her face or whatever, I'm the dickhead because I fumbled that.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I do want to say, when I was like a teenager or like my late teens, there was a time where if a girl was pregnant at that time, you was like, all right, cool, I know she fucking. So that went from all right, cool, I know she fucking because she got 1 baby, to now she got 3 or 4 babies, and now it's like, damn, how much fucking are you doing? That's all.
Crazy.
So Ish, all right, you 3, 4 months pregnant, you horny. What's the move?
3, 4 months pregnant, I'm horny. What's the move? Well, I'm not gonna say that I would be out there getting it, because I know that I would be horny. Let me just say that. But I'm probably gonna have those same qualities that I have now, where I just need a constant and a regular. So if it's somebody that I come across that I'm dealing with, and he's either my friend or my potential or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna have sex. Yeah, but it's going to be with a person that's going to be constant. I ain't going to be getting run down on.
Right. I want to say the older me, the more mature me has to say that that's life, and
it's life.
Shit just may happen that way. But when I was younger, I would have been like, shorty, just wait. Like,
right. And I get it. I see that, it's the guys is cool if they smash, but the girl should have self-control.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get it.
Sarah, you would be surprised. People are fucking these pregnant chicks. A lot of time when I was a young boy, all the old heads used to say, shit, pregnant pussy is the best pussy. You ain't got to pull out or none of that. That's what they used to tell me when I was a young boy.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying too. Like, come on with the fucking of the raw now while you're pregnant. Now we're just going now, just going crazy. Like
I know my dude up here can definitely attest to this. We got approached by a number of different girls just to do it, like just because we was them, and we seen it. So that's how we speak. We speaking from what we speaking from. Girls,
Sarah, me too.
Once pregnant, want to do it to us, and we like, nah, show you.
Yeah.
If you my baby mom, I need you to chill out, man.
You couldn't handle it.
I can handle it, but I'ma still judge you because I'm like, you being nasty. That's how I feel. Because I know you letting 2, 3 other niggas skeet up in you. Y'all fucking raw while you got my baby. It's a lot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of chemicals. It's a lot going on. Like,
she should be. Yeah.
So
I get you. But you won't know that for certain. That will be just your assumption. That will be your imagination running wild.
You won't know.
Let's debunk some of these claims. Let's debunk some of these claims out here, right? So is it okay to have sex during pregnancy? So we reached out to, a prominent gynecologist in the area, and she, gave some feedback. So she said, "Your developing baby is it okay to have sex during pregnancy? Yes, your developing baby is protected by the amniotic fluid in your uterus, right, as well as by the strong muscles of your uterus itself. So, no, if let's say you were to have sex with someone and they bust off in you, that's always been the myth. Oh, the sperm is going to jump into the baby and they're going to have your hair and their DNA. No, it's not, because the baby sits in the placenta, which
all
was
right. Let me paint a real quick scenario now. You know how sometimes women go like over their due date, and then the doctor be saying, a little bit of fucking might, help the baby come out.
Yeah, a little fucking.
Wait a minute. So now they fucking, right, and he skeet right there, and she go into labor, and then your baby come out with the skeet on the baby head.
Bye. He's in the sack. The baby is in the fucking sack.
No, the baby came out. She went into labor.
She went into the labor while fucking.
No, she went into labor. Yeah, she went into labor while fucking. That's what they be saying when you be overdue. God. Like when a girl is overdue, they be saying some fucking might help the baby come out. So they fucking now she go into labor and the boy skeeted right there. And the sperm is still right there on her.
I can't.
So
the baby come out.
What she did say, reaching out, what she did says is, ladies, if you are having oral sex while pregnant, be careful if you are swallowing, because that does still go through the umbilical cord, which leads, it may not, because the acid in your stomach and all of that, but that could be a case if you are a heavy dick sucker and you like to digest the cum. She said, be a little bit of that, because it could get into the baby.
No, can I ask you a question?
Oh my God.
No, can I ask you a question? Are you getting somebody pregnant that's not a heavy dick sucker?
I don't got time for that. I got time for that tonight.
I cannot.
You asked me what?
I said, are you getting somebody pregnant that's not a heavy dick sucker?
I don't care, man.
You know you lying, dog.
I cannot with y'all tonight. I cannot.
I'm crazy. Y'all really fucking crazy.
All right, but I do want to say that there shouldn't be any judgment passed. Shout out to this young, especially if the bull was in this particular situation. The bull was already smashing Shorty, and then they just had an argument, and then he just started, like disrespecting her and calling her all kinds of bitches and hoes and shit. But you knew she was pregnant before you started fucking her, so you're in violation. You can't turn the tables now.
You know what I feel about that? It's a line.
Yeah. How about that?
I hate cornballs like that. Like if you doing something, stand on what you doing. Don't disrespect it, calling a bunch of hoes now after the fact. Yeah. Ladies, stop calling these niggas no good niggas. If you also partook in that, you at one point you was involved in that, and so was he. Y'all both got to eat that and just go about it. Stop disrespecting and calling people names. That's crazy. Because at the end of the day, she wasn't no hoe. She wasn't no bitch when y'all was fucking. He wasn't no dog, no nothing ass nigga when y'all was fucking. So, keep the maturity level up. You know what I mean? Keep the maturity level up. We too old for that.
Okay, so I'm just want to wrap my portion of this up and say, I'm not fucking none of y'all babies, and please don't fuck my baby. Sorry,
I'm not fucking y'all babies. Please don't fuck my baby.
None of y'all babies. Please don't fuck my baby. That's all I'm saying.
So now you gotta do a question and answer session before you hit. You gotta ask them: are you 1 month to 2 months pregnant? Are you take a questionnaire with them, Tika? You never know.
You never know. You never know. And unbeknownst to most, a lot of girls don't even be knowing that they pregnant when they be like 1 to 2 months pregnant. They still don't be knowing. They don't be paying attention.
This is true.
You better get
Tisk, tisk.
You better get somebody in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. You ain't
Well, you don't have to worry about that. Right.
No, you doing it right now?
what?
If Shorty tell you she pregnant right now, are you popping?
Who? What shorty? Just a random?
Any shorty.
Any shorty.
Married, man. Married. Cool. I'm off the market. I'm chilling.
We not fucking none of y'all babies, so don't put that on us. Take that out with them other niggas. We ain't do it. We ain't do it.
I cannot.
Us. Not this crew. Let's move.
T said no.
So
it ain't happening.
So now that we broke the ice, now as you see how crazy we is, we got to jump right in the erotic zone. Aisha, take us to the erotic zone, Aisha.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you know, we talk about dick sucking. What you say? Extra dick sucking? What you say?
Yeah.
Heavy dick sucking.
Heavy dick sucking.
Yeah.
Heavy dick
Heavy
sucking.
dick sucking.
Yeah, we done jump started it.
A heavy vitamin D diet.
Heavy dick sucker.
Listen, vitamin D is good for the skin. It's good for the digestive system.
Y'all are appreciated.
Each, please tell them again.
Make sure y'all indulging in that vitamin D. Okay.
Salute to y'all.
Beautiful.
But what's up, everybody? S Gang, are y'all in the
S-Gang, what up?
building? It's the erotic zone. It's time. It is time for the erotic zone. And tonight, guys, I am going to keep it a little light for you guys, but we need a little help. So on the regular, I get DMs, okay, just about different situations. And these are like heavy conversations sometimes about certain shit. So I hand selected a few DMs that I have received over the past week or so that we are going to tap into and we're going to discuss. Now, some of them are crazy. Some of them are just kind of regular, but we just want to talk about.
Are we going through your DMs?
Oh, we're going through my DMs. Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes. And we call the E-Zone DM Roundtable. Okay. So I got about 4 different DMs. I selected 4 of them. Okay. And we're going to talk about them. Y'all ready? Nell don't look too ready. Nell look like he a little afraid.
I'm ready.
You ready? All right, so we're going to tap into this first one, right? The person says, hey, how can I satisfy myself where I do not orgasm at all with my partner? Almost every time that we have sex, I do not orgasm. What can I do to satisfy myself without making him feel some type of way?
She got to jerk off. She got to go in the bathroom and jerk off. Like we do.
So let me get. What'd you say? Go in the bathroom and jerk off?
She got to go to the bathroom and jerk off.
Well, she did say that she didn't want to make him, and it is a female because one of these is a guy, but she did say she did not want to make him feel any kind of way and let him
that's why
know.
She had to go in the bathroom, each.
Yes, she does not want to outsource.
She got to go in the bathroom.
Okay. What else? He does not. He's skeptical. He did not say that he didn't want to use sex toys, but he is skeptical about them. Like he's really not into them because I suggested vibrators.
Well, she got an clamps.
She tried, and he just like no, because obviously he's feeling a little blow to his ego. Right?
All right. So is she not having an orgasm from oral either?
She's not. Well, that's another thing.
Okay, he don't know how to eat pussy.
He don't know how to eat pussy.
Well, what? This is what I'm talking about. Why?
Okay, but she is how Nell preaches. Like sex is not everything. If you love the person, you're gonna stay with them. You're gonna work through it. She's not happy sexually, but she loves him.
Can we stay right there?
Yeah.
You can't in one instance say if you love the person, we're gonna work through it, and then another instance say I'm not happy sexually. No, if you have to pick a side.
That be my point, because you have to own the fact that there is an area where you are just not happy, and it's okay. I love you, and sure, we can try to work through this, but we're not going to be able to work through this if I'm not fucking happy sexually. And this is where she is. So now she's trying to get some help. Okay.
All right. Now, what you should do?
What should she do?
Play with herself while you fucking her. Like if she gotta get, she got to do something to stimulate herself if she's
but no, you said she can't. She don't want to like hurt his feelings. That's gonna hurt his feelings. That's gonna
hurt his feelings somewhere else. I'm sure when she got something to say, she say it and gets on his nerves, right? So when you got to keep that same energy with shit that you need for yourself. Like if she got to do what she got to do, and if he love you, he not gonna worry about that shit.
No, niggas be fragile.
Oh, he's fragile. He's fragile. T, what you said? What you suggesting? Oh, you said go in the bathroom and get your shit off.
Go in the bathroom and get her shit off.
But why she gotta go in the bathroom? Why
she said she don't want him to see. She don't want to hurt his feelings.
Right. Yeah, she says she's trying to keep him from not broken ego.
But why all right. But she gotta go in the bathroom. Why she in the moment? Why she don't do it?
Because no. This is let's take us out of it, right? And let's talk about the regular nigga. You just fucked a shorty and she roll over and start pulling the toys out, start going to town. You like, damn, I just thought I was going hard.
Yeah, but all right. Even if she don't pull a toy out, what if he inside and she take her fingers and she start playing with her clit while he in there? That might send him on oh shit, she freaky deaky. You never know.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's for freaky niggas. For regular niggas, they're gonna be like, why is my dick not enough?
Right. And that's he doesn't like when she rubs her clit. Right. We walked through this because I said, trying clitoral stimulation.
You know me, I'm pro stay there. Get the fuck out of here. Go get you a new. Like you know
me. I said, why she even fucking with this nigga?
He's stupid. He's a stupidity.
Cynthia, that nigga gonna be sleep while she in the bathroom. He already got his load off. That nigga gonna be sleep.
Facts. He gonna be right out like a light, and she can go in the bathroom. But see, also I was like, the only way I told her, like, the only way this is gonna work is if you can find a happy medium, right? Like otherwise, you're going to continue to be bumping your head up against this brick wall and you're never going to get to a space where you're satisfied sexually, because how can you orgasm if you can't orgasm? Right. Like if you can't do anything.
Let me explain what the problem be, right? A lot of times people be having sex and like they only like used to their favorite position. So sometimes when you're with a person, you have to find a position that works with you and that person. So you might only like to like fuck missionary or like girl on top, but there may be a girl that you don't connect with in that way. So you might have to hit it from the back. You might have to hit it from the side. You're going to have to find where y'all fit at. Absolutely. So a lot of times people don't do that because they just be comfortable in however they like fuck.
You got to hold a fupa up too. Like the fuck, like. You gotta hold them shits.
I can't. But it is one thing that I told her she could do that he can't see.
What's that?
That could help her orgasm, and that is work her vaginal muscles. Yeah, that actually helps orgasm because it stimulates the muscles that, that create the orgasm. So if she works on her Kegels and she works on tightening her vaginal muscles, she could do that during intercourse and actually possibly reach an orgasm. And then maybe, that could help. But if that doesn't work, then I don't really know what else could work without
does she know her own body to where she gets off? Like, that's a legitimate question. Right?
I'm sure she does, but she don't want to embarrass him.
She can't do any of that. Like if she like rub, because we talked about all of this, like rubbing your nipples yourself, pinching your nipples, like just doing anything that might stimulate, rubbing your clit. You can't do that because obviously he feels some type of way about that. Same thing with the nipples, like, and so I asked her, like, does the positions help you in any way? Is there certain positions that you feel yourself maybe reaching almost to the climax and he just not driving it home or what have you? Because even from the back, like if you having sex on the back, you can sneak your finger on your clit. Like he can't see.
I'm saying though, do they ever have sessions where they play around with each other and he might finger bang her? Like he play with a coochie a little bit? Do they have them type of situations?
We didn't really talk about
reason why that, right? Because let's say they do have them little sessions.
But no, there is girls that don't like that.
No, she don't care. She just wanted to get off, right?
Right,
So,
but that specific thing that you're talking about, she might not like that.
okay. Well, do they have
like the finger popping?
Yeah.
Reason why I ask that is because let's say he does that, she likes it. In the middle of sex, she could take his hand down there while he in it and play with her clit. She gets off that way. He's not challenged mentally because he's still in control. You gotta if you have somebody who is mentally in their own joint, you gotta play to their strengths. No. So maybe by her putting his hands on her nipples or his hands on her clit, he's still in control.
Right, but
it makes him feel like he's still in control.
No, have you seen the movies where the guy is on top of her and he's like stroking his heart out and the girl is just laying there?
Yeah.
That's him.
That's what this is.
That's him.
What this is. Yeah, that's what this is. So
he's stroking his little heart out?
Yeah, he's stroking his little heart out.
And she's just laying there. So that's what this is. So at this point, you can't. That's when girls be like, yo, he was trash, but he might have been one of those niggas that might knock my fucking head off if I say something to
him. So he's pretty much vanilla in a male form. Like he just like straight missionary, straight doggy, no other positions. Those are the only two positions. Not much foreplay. He doesn't really, eat the box that good. He doesn't touch, he doesn't rub, he doesn't suck.
So you know what she gotta do? She gotta withhold it.
That ain't gonna help it.
Yes.
That is not gonna help it. She can withhold it, sure. But then he gonna come back and it's still gonna be the same shit. Because he's just a creature, like by nature. Like this is his movement.
They don't fit sexually, that's all it is.
They just don't fit sexually.
All right. So if she's explaining all this to you, right? Because she's explaining a lot. Is she on here?
Is she what?
Is she on here?
How you doing?
She on here?
All right. How you doing, unsatisfied girl?
How you doing, unsatisfied girl?
Check this out, baby girl. If you come into us with this question and you got all the rebuttals, there's no help for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think she probably knows that, but I think with anything, if you love somebody, you're going to try. So maybe this is her effort trying to talk to somebody.
I think that there is help for her. I think that sexual conversations have to be brought about. So now you're not challenging my ego. We're just having a conversation about sex. So now when we're having a conversation about sex, you can introduce things that you want to try. And even if he's not with it, we're just having a conversation. So you can talk me into some shit. If he a nigga that like to get his dick sucked, and she gonna say, I'll suck your dick, X, Y, and Z, if you do X, Y, and Z. And that's how the shit should play out.
Yeah, but you know what I think this situation is, though, for real? You ever came across, well, not as men, obviously, you're not going to come across a guy that just don't want their woman to be overly.
What we talking about?
Don't want their. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that.
No, I said what we talking about because you talking about something. Did we ever come across a guy?
Oh yeah,
what we talking about?
I know. That's why I switched it up.
Go ahead.
Y'all not gonna come across. But did you hear of men, like women say, he doesn't want me to be overly sexual. Right. He doesn't want me to touch myself. He doesn't want me to scream too loud. He doesn't. It's like uniformed. It's like military. It's like, I want it done this way, which is nothing, straight to the point. I'm just going to get the shit off and that's it. Not into their freakiness, stay within the lines. And that's the type of the guy that he is.
All right, so why let's say he had his stroke, right? And he had a good spot and she liked that spot. She don't just say, damn, baby, stay
there. And I think his shit is control. This is what I'm gathering from it. It's control. Like she has to be mute almost. That's what it seems.
I don't believe that this is true. What Carmela is saying. She's saying that she's not into him, and there's no way I'm going to be in love with somebody, and him entering my body is not going to make. You can be in love with somebody, but they don't fit. You don't have no sexual chemistry. Y'all just don't fit together. So that being in love, that don't always play a part. Sometimes you just don't fit physically.
You could clearly see she love him because she's sick. You can clearly see she loves him and she wants to rock. She's clueless on to what to.
I'm telling you, that's why I tell women all the time, speak up. Don't be like have sexual. You're allowed. You're a grown up. You're allowed to have sexual conversations with your partner that you're having sex with.
Yeah, just don't speak up to me and tell me to fuck you in your ass or eat your ass. So I'm not doing it.
I can't.
I cannot. But I mean, you know, I think she obviously the body comes like she's coming. She's not climaxing, like understanding that her bodily functions are happening. So she's having sex. Right. You know what I mean? And whatever the case may be.
And they intercourse.
Okay, they're having intercourse because it's just the motion of doing it pretty much for them, right? Right. Operational.
Hold on.
Operational intercourse.
You say no?
You said don't say what?
I said don't say sex.
Don't say sex.
Oh, that's a bad.
No, I use intercourse when it's like plain boring shit. Like you going inside, but you're not really doing no real fucking.
No real fucking. But I asked her, I'm like, you know, is he like shaking his foot when he coming? Like, what is his experience like?
Is he shaking his foot?
Is it
having a ball? He's what you talking about. Niggas having a ball.
Well, he's saying that he's enjoying himself, and you know, he grunts and he comes pretty hard and this and the third. And I said, oh, he's having a good time. But he's one of those individuals that he's having a good time for him, and it don't matter what's happening with you. You better get yours because I'm definitely going to get mine. He one of those types.
Facts. And I have heard women say that they've experienced this, and I have heard guys say this as well. Mm-hmm. I've heard both sides say this.
Next, what's next on the deal?
It's wild because I ain't staying. I'm packing it up. Time to go. I'm packing it up. Gotta go.
What's next on the deal?
All right. I'm really into this guy, and I want to see where things go. So this is fairly new, but she's into fire play. Okay. And he doesn't even want to try it. Like she brought it to him. They've had conversations about it.
Fire play.
Okay. Yeah. So fire play is like fire cupping. Okay. Lighting a cup on fire and then putting it on your skin. She wants to feel the intense pain. She wants super hot wax poured right on her body, on her nipples, on her vagina lips. She said she would like a candle.
Hold up.
Okay.
You mean to tell me this is a thing? And I can't suffocate you with the pillow brain.
Facts. But you can burn. You can burn.
Right. This is her thing. Her thing is not the pillow. Her thing is the fire, dog. Sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all ridiculed me.
And she want the butt. And she wants you to put it in her butt.
Y'all ridiculed me for this pillow. I got hate mail in my DM for the pillow. And y'all telling me this is an acceptable thing?
Well, Nell, you was like taking
wait a minute, Nell, you never played with the wax?
Bro. I don't want no wax on me. Please don't wax me.
So would you pour the hot wax on her?
If that's what she wanted to do. But I don't.
So here's the difference for her. Do we know that there are there are wax safe candles for individuals to not get burnt? Okay. That could be used during sex. So even if you do it when you drop it on your skin, you might feel some warmth, but it is not going to burn you. No, she likes to be burnt.
She's a pain person.
She's a pain person, and this is what gets her off. Now, it's not extreme pain where obviously she ain't Freddy Krueger in it. She don't want to get caught on fire and her skin is melting off.
No, you ever dealt with a pain person?
I don't.
So that's what I'm saying. If she was to come to you,
wait a minute. Let me explain this to him. No. There's some girls that are pain people, right? So they like a certain amount of pain. So that pillow shit you're talking about, that's nothing. The pain girls, they like the extreme chokes. They want the extreme shit. So it's like you can slam her on the head and like fuck her on the floor. Like this is what I'm talking about. The pain girls, like
Nah.
This is a real thing.
I ain't never had a WWE WrestleMania chick. Nah.
Right. Like there's some girls that like to be tied up to where as though they can't move at all. Like they like pain. So any kind of pain, they with the shits.
Check this out. The way I like what I like, my age bracket, I be done gave somebody a motherfucking heart attack. I be in jail. I ain't got time.
Right.
Ain't gonna kill nobody.
They out there. Go ahead, Ish. What's the question?
Yeah, they out there. They out there. So basically, she is just like, I really like him. We're really going places. This is a thing for me. And I kind of need this. Like, what can I do to help him want to get into it? His fear is obviously that he's going to hurt her, or he's going to set the house on fire, or he's going to burn the mattress. Like he's just afraid. Like, why do we have to go to this extreme? Like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to burn you with a candle. I don't want to place these cups over your skin and see these circles on your body. I don't want to see the hot wax drip on your skin. Like, and then see the after effects of it. I think that's what's the turn off for him. So she's asking, how can I make it where as though he's comfortable enough to, like, how can I slow walk him into this?
This is what you have to do. If he's not open to it, you have to find somebody that you're aligned with. All of us, we have to stop fucking with people that we're not aligned with. And that's just what it is, because they're not going to be open to try and do the shit that we want to do. So, and ultimately, we're not going to be fucking happy.
All right, so let's say he willing to try it, right? Let's say he enjoyed his candle session where he pours it all on her. Yeah. Can he now introduce tools in the bedroom that introduces like fire and stuff?
Right.
So that's acceptable.
Right. She a firebird.
Yeah.
So if I come in with a blowtorch and put it
yes, nigga, she with it.
You might have to put it on the lowest, but yeah, she would probably be with it.
I want to put a blowtorch and spell
No, this is what I'm telling you. If you ever come across a pain girl, she gonna be like, yeah, nigga, light that shit up and blow it on my ass.
And let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's go. Let's have it. And that's really what she on. Like, she really likes that. And I asked her, like, is this something that you want to do each and every time? She said, if I could, sure. But if I have to compromise, I will. So, meaning if he is willing to try it with her every now and again, she would be cool with that. Just the fact that he would try. Right. So she asked, I said, well, maybe, I said, have you done it on yourself?
Right.
And she said, no, we just talked about it. Right. I said, well, maybe try to do it on yourself so that he can see the pleasure that it's giving you, and maybe he won't be as
I don't tense
about it.
But I don't even think it don't matter if I'm seeing the pleasure on you. I'm still looking at you because like I've dealt with these pain girls before, and I still be looking at them like, this bitch is crazy. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Do you really feel
I'm not looking at you like you getting your shit off? I'm looking at you like you're crazy, but you want me to do it, I'ma do it.
All right, so let me ask y'all both a question. All right, so T, you got this pain person, but this fire in specific. Let's just say fire in specific, because you got the pain girls who want to be fisted, who want the clamps, who want the pulling of the titties apart, who want the legs stretched.
They want to be shocked with tasers. Like, no, I'm telling you, this shit is intense.
Right. So, but let's just say fire. You got somebody that just wants you to. Are you banging with it? Are you trying it? Are you not?
What if she want me to light her on fire?
Yeah.
I would probably do it because I used to be a firebug. I ain't gonna lie. I'll probably do it. I used to be a firebug when I was a kid. I ain't gonna lie. I would probably do it.
I cannot. You used to burn ants and shit?
No, I burned the house down before.
Oh, my God. Okay. Then maybe somebody who wants to play with fire around you is not. Yeah. They might ignite something else in you. Now, are you trying? Are you lighting her on fire? You doing some fire cupping and stuff?
I probably light the pillow on fire, the pillowcase on fire, and try to put it over her face and see if that'll work. Because she like fire. So let's see if my fetish can turn into her fetish, can come together and be a perfect marriage.
Right.
Light the pillowcase on fire. I put the fire over your face. and go to work and bring you back to life each time. That's it.
Right.
If she like
Right.
that,
She like that.
Right.
I told her
hold
to give
on.
me an update on this.
Hold on, because you're skating. So, Ish, can we put the fire on?
Huh?
Can we put the fire on you?
Yeah.
See?
that's you we talking about.
We about to put the fire on Ish, y'all. Next
Right.
time on exclusive content, we are lighting Isha's ass on fire. So make sure y'all get y'all memberships, because next exclusive content, we gonna light Isha's ass on fire.
I definitely am into the hot wigs. Definitely. I want to feel the hot wigs. I love that. That is one of my things. I'm with it, right?
I feel like
I would be down, huh?
I feel like I did the hot wig shit before. I don't really remember it, but I feel like
right.
I did.
Right. I like the wigs. I would definitely be interested in and I would definitely be interested in trying the fire cupping. Because I feel like that's a meditation thing as well.
No, I said pain girl.
Pain girl. But now the blowtorch now.
You think you know your friends. You find out something.
Blowtorch now and the setting the pillowcase on fire and trying to smother me with a on fire pillowcase or setting my feet or what you say, lighting my feet, making them crispy and shit. Nah. Now that I ain't doing. But I would like to try the fire cupping. Like I would be open to doing that.
Would you be alright if somebody lit your eyelashes on fire?
No. Ain't none of that going on now.
Fire girl.
I would try it. I'm definitely I'm one of those people. I want to try a lot of shit.
Pain girls out here, man. I'm just trying to tell you, the pain girls is out here, man.
Yeah.
They be like this. No, I want you to punish me, like.
You know what I do? You know what I do want to do though? I want to do the pump joint, the pumped up pussy joint.
Oh, I thought you was about to say penis pump. I was about to say, damn.
No, I don't need that.
The pumped up pussy joint. What's that? What we talking about?
They got the pumps. They put the cup over the. I seen on a porno joint, like they put the cup over the vagina and they pump it.
The pussy pump. Yeah.
Fat.
Yeah.
Like
extra fat.
Does it add to the sensation of it?
Yes.
Like, more sensational. Does it then also too heighten the clitoris?
Yep.
Right, because it's all pressure.
It's all pressure. It's actually a cup that goes over and it has this suction motion. So, they have them just for the clit.
Yeah.
But that's just very centralized there in the clit. Here, you're pulling the clit, you're pulling the lips, and you're actually pulling at the opening. You're pulling at the vagina, at the opening. So you have it hitting all different areas. And I heard it's through the roof.
That a good look?
I sold a couple of them. Yeah, I sold a couple of them. It's through the roof.
How one, how fat does it get? And two, how long does the fatness last?
Oh, I don't know how long the fatness lasts, but it gets very swollen. If you've ever seen a swollen clitoris,
right?
If you've ever seen that, then that's the lips will get just as fat,
right,
as the swollen clitoris.
And I got attention needed.
No medical attention needed. It'll go down just like it did.
I got a question for Nell before we go to the next thing, Ish. Now, this is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I got a question for you. It's not nothing bad though. This is just something that I'll be thinking about. Would you introduce toys to a girl that's not into toys? Because I'll be like, I don't want to introduce a girl that's not into toys, because she might get addicted to toys. That's what I'd be going through my mind.
She might get addicted to toys.
Yes.
I don't. You know what? At this point in life, right? I don't even let certain optics get in the way anymore. I'm not afraid. If she gets addicted to the toy, cool. Congratulations. Now you got two things that we can do.
I'm mad now.
She's not gonna want your body on her.
No, that can change. she might get addicted to toys, or like some of these girls be addicted to their rolls. They not fucking like they used to be fucking before they got their rolls.
They still sucking dick.
Barely. Why they gotta suck dick when they can just go get their rolls?
This shit is comical because this is how y'all really fucking think.
That's how I think.
Listen, if you were to introduce a woman to toys, let's just say, and she's not familiar with it, right, you have to make sure that your presence is stronger than how you're implementing that toy or introducing that toy.
That's impossible, Ish.
How is it?
Because you can just turn that fucking toy on and it's like that shit ain't gonna always be
okay. Well, then you spoon feed her. You turn it on and you go zoom, 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 and then you put your tongue to work. You turn it on, you go zoom, 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 and then you stroke her a couple times.
Listen, I'm all with you. What I'm saying is, what if she's never been introduced to toys, and now you do that slow wine with her, but when you're not there, she turning it up. She not slow whining when you not there.
All right, so let me ask y'all this. Okay, is that problematic?
It could be. That's why I'm asking Nell. Mm-hmm. It could be.
I think we talked about this before on one of our Thursday night meetings, where someone knew someone a young girl who was addicted to her sex toy, right, and it made it hard for her partner to satisfy her because she was so adjusted to the sex toy. The sex toy gave more. It sensationalized that area a little differently than when it got to him. Right. And that could happen, right? Isha told us that could happen. That could be
yes, and absolutely. But here's another thing. Understanding that genetically made up, a toy and a man together is going to outdo a toy
right
any day.
Ish, I believe you and I stand with you. What I'm saying is there's going to be a time where the toy could outdo you. Not y'all together. I'm talking about the toy can outdo you. And so now that's why I said if I'm with a girl and she's already comfortable with toys, we can rock. But I don't think I want to introduce you to toys because I don't know if you're mentally able to handle this shit.
Handle it.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Partner. It just get crazy at a point.
Right. Okay. I can see that. A newbie, and then she get all turned out by the toy.
Right. That's why I always say, even with threesomes, I'd be like, I would never do a threesome with my girl because you don't never know how that's gonna go.
I'm not even doing that show. Yeah, I'm never my girl ever.
That's what I'm saying.
So who y'all do it with now?
You don't know what
Market. I ain't got them thoughts.
I cannot. Okay. All right. So
DM number 3.
DM number 3.
No, DM number 3. This one comes from a gentleman.
Oh man. Represent us all, homeboy.
Represent us.
Don't be all crazy and shit, homie.
No, his is pretty simple, but it's interesting. He says, is it his fault that he is not sexually satisfied since he has no actual sex requirements when dating? Is it corny? So basically, like, he doesn't discuss. He's not open with what he likes sexually. So he has no sexual requirements. Like, it's not like, oh, well, listen, I need head to come. Right. Oh, I need to eat your pussy in order for my dick to get hard. I need to, like, he's not outlining what turns him on sexually and what he needs to have great sex for him. So by him not having those sexual requirements, he just having sex with women and they're not knowing how he needs to be satisfied. He thinks it's corny to have sexual conversations such as this, like to have sexual requirements and to place that onus on women to live up to standards that they might not necessarily live up to.
I think that's corny to not have sexual conversations, not requirements, but conversations.
Ding, ding, ding. That's what I said. It's not demeaning. He thinks it's demeaning. He thinks it's demeaning to the woman. Explain that, guys. Do you feel like it's demeaning by telling women what you want?
I believe that some women can take it that way, and some men
Okay.
can take it that way.
Yeah, some people can definitely take it that way. You tell somebody that you like, yeah, they're not. Some people are not receptive to that.
Right.
That you suck my dick. Can you like suck my dick gets me off? Some people just don't receive that real well, just because of the way that they think. Who knows?
So what's a way that possibly, you know, a person can express their sexual desires, their sexual needs or wants? Maybe not requirements, like you said. Requirements is a little weird. What's a way that someone can express their desires and their needs without being demeaning or without necessarily seeming like they're being disrespectful in any way? Is there a way?
Yeah, it's easy. It's an open part. It's an open conversation. Just say, hey, you know, let's talk about some of the things that we both enjoy, or that we would both enjoy doing together, and how I operate and how you like to operate. You know, it's a simple conversation.
Go ahead, Tay.
Can I just take you on a tour?
Take me on a tour. Go ahead.
Can I just take you on a tour? That's what it is.
Oh, that's
take you on a tour.
Take you on a tour. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Like what? Like a tour? Like I like to be touched here.
No, I'm gonna physically take you on a tour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, oh, like would you take her hand and take her on a tour? Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice way. That's a nice implementation.
Yeah, I'll take you on a tour.
So can this be considered like a sex checklist too, or is that something different? Because he asked me.
Yeah, I don't think that's a sex checklist. I think that's he fucking dumb. He probably don't even know what he like.
But the thing is, this is what he opened up with. I don't have no requirements.
That's what I'm saying. He don't know what he like.
So if he has no requirements, what's his real question?
He don't know.
And that's probably it. He doesn't necessarily know. He just knows that the partners that he's had over, he said, the past 2 or 3 years, he hasn't been able to feel satisfied in them, and it's because he hasn't been able to say, hey, listen, I like to get my ass licked. Hey, listen.
Let me just say something for the people, man.
I do know.
Let me just say something for the people, man. No, there's a thing like with women. There's certain women that don't like sucking dick is not a thing for them.
Yeah.
So if you don't mention it, they gonna never suck your dick.
Yeah, for sure.
So you gotta have the conversations, like
exactly. But him not even knowing what he even likes, and then him to ask that question. Well, why am I not satisfied, bro? You don't even know what you want to be satisfied.
Right. But I think for him, I think he does know what he likes. I think he's afraid
just call him
to like it.
Call him
he likes the dark side.
Right.
Yeah, it's
going to be judged because of whatever the prior conversation that he had with that person. Just
wait a minute, is it 4? Is it 4?
It's 4, little brother.
Yeah, it's 4, little brother.
Because 4 is open.
I like to get paid.
4 is open, 5's not. So that's 5.
That's 5.
5.
No, but I think that's it.
The closet 5.
This my advice to homie.
5.
Bro, you got to come correct with yourself. And coming correct with yourself is going to open up so many more doors, because now once you figure out that you're comfortable with yourself, then you're able to express that to someone else so they know exactly what it is. And if you like them and they like you and they willing to satisfy you, your physical satisfactions, then it's all for it. And if they not, then you just know that's not the person that you can do it with.
Once again, it's all alignment.
But then but this is the thing, he's not comfortable with himself, so that's why he's afraid to even mention things.
But what I'm saying by alignment is, if you find somebody that you're aligned with, you won't even have to speak of these things. They will just start.
It is happening.
Right, they will just start happening organically because you're with somebody that you're aligned with.
I get you there.
But let's say you align with somebody amazingly, and you tell them you like to get jabbed in your ass. You like to get pat. and she'd be like, "Bro, we the best of motherfucking friends. I love you to death. I want to be your wife, but I'm not doing no shit like that."
Y'all not aligned sexually. Y'all not aligned.
You could be aligned with somebody. It doesn't always come sexual. Everything.
That's what I mean. But when we're talking about a sexual topic, I mean you have to be aligned with them sexual.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, and that's it exactly. That's it exactly for him. He's limited in what he wants to express.
We are aligned sexually in the beginning, but then the person get all these wild, crazy shits, right? And she like, I'm willing to grow within your sexual escapades. So am I. Right. But what if that person has a limit? But y'all aligned. Y'all been aligned all the way up to this point.
Right.
Are people allowed to have limits within that alignment?
Right, but now you at the crossroads.
Right, because now it's going to be, I want to continue on to this sexual journey, this sexual journey, and you going to be stopping right here. So what's going to happen?
So now you what are you
going to do? Community, Ish?
Huh?
He want to join the LGBTQ community. He want to.
No, he is not gay. He is
now you gotta make a decision. Whereas is that person's limits enough for me, or do I need to outsource and fulfill the shit that I want to try, but stay committed to
stay
that.
committed.
So it's another thing that he could do then too. I would just ask him because I'm trying to get a clear way to explain, like we told Shorty, to do some things while she's in the mix with her man went that because he's not satisfying her. He can actually do some shit to himself or whatever he wants in the midst of whatever, and she be like, "Yo, what you doing? I want you to do this." And if she ain't rocking, that it can go. Right. I don't know what to say. It's kind of like.
I mean, yeah, I suggested that he needed to stop feeling like he couldn't communicate what it is.
No, that's a real thing.
I know, but I'm thinking for him to be able to get in a comfortable space, he has to start communicating what it is that he likes and wants without fear of judgment, without fear of, that person not being with it. Like, you can't conform yourself just because you're afraid of what you're never going to be satisfied. When you get comfortable enough to be okay with what it is that you like and what you want, then you'll be cool.
Facts, but it's hard to do that when you haven't tried it and seen it work, or if you have tried it 13 times and every girl was like, "Get the fuck out of here, dog."
Okay, well then you just shut the fuck up.
Like the
take the wag pussy then.
That's what I mean.
East.
Hold on, wait a minute. East, do you not think we're gonna take the pussy?
I know. Right.
Wait a minute.
And then still be wanting more and still be desiring more instead of just being open about what it is that you need to be satisfied sexually.
So you think a nigga's gonna be like, she ain't gonna do the freaky shit to me, so I ain't even gonna fuck shorty. No. Niggas still going.
Right, you want to take the pussy, and that's just not going to be where you settle at.
Right.
Sarah said, "Wait, looking what?" I know, Sarah. I had mentioned the ass licking just because I wanted to see. Yeah, I just wanted to see Nell's reaction, which I got exactly the reaction that I expected.
You already know, same thing.
Can we also tell that first girl to get herself off before she even fucked the bull? So by the time she fucked the bull,
she cool.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
She gets a straight
get herself off and then. He get off. Who knows?
Right. Would you say? Who knows? All right. So DM number 4. This is the last one, guys. All right. And it is a female. We only have one guy this time. How long should your whole phase last? She says she feels like she has a never-ending itch that needs to be scratched. And is there a limit, or should there be a limit to a whole phase?
Is she still single?
She's been single for 2 years and she's been playing the field. She's having fun. She's having fun with different partners, different sizes, different sex styles. She's being introduced to a lot. But she feels a lot of exposure, obviously, which is why she's asking should there be a limit?
Rock out with
I said Nizal.
Rock out with your cock out.
Rock out with your cock out. Now, She stated that she has been approached for relationships from individuals that she's been dealing with, but she's not ready because she's having too much fun.
Some people are not meant to be in a relationship.
Right. She's not ready. She's having fun, and she's having fun enjoying and indulging and tapping into different shit.
Amen.
So, what do you guys think? There's you said absolutely there is no limit. Rock out with your cock out.
I mean, some people might put an age on it and give her a limit. I'm not putting an age on nobody, man. If you want to rock out with your cock out until you die, I'm all for it, man. Fuck you.
So just for context, she is 48. I think she said she was. She's 48.
Because I'm with people being happy. So if you happy rocking out with your cock out, go ahead and rock out until you rock into the grave.
Mm-hmm. So at 48, do you think that even being single, so she's been single since she was 46, do you think that at 46 it should be an attempt to get into another serious relationship instead of this playing the field?
I don't believe that if she don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about in the climate? How about even in today's climate with
what's today's climate?
Sexually transmitted diseases, just
is that today's climate or is that
today's climate? Everyday climate. You're right. Not just today's climate, everyday climate.
It's everyday's climate.
Right. You're right.
Man, do your shit,
no?
shorty.
Okay. Now, what you gonna tell her? Tell her, don't be a hoe.
That's her pussy. I can't. Yeah. She wanted up. She could have.
What you gonna tell a nigga, Ish?
What about a hoe face?
Yeah.
Calm that dick down.
That he wrong.
What's his limit?
No, I told her that it is the limit.
What's the limit?
So the 48 was the limit?
No. I told her she should be winding it down. Like 2 years is overextending it. Maybe a year, I told her.
Okay.
But the 2 years, I think the 2 years is going to, because she's enjoying it too much. Right. So I said the 2 years is going to go into 3 years, is going to go into 4 years. And if you decide that that's how you're going to live, like you're going to be, and I told her, like, you're going to be run through.
Yeah, she ran through already.
Yeah, like it's going to be
2 years of a run through? Come on.
What that mean?
She ran through.
What? That she ran through?
She had 18 partners. She had 18 partners in 1 week, see?
What do that mean, though?
It don't. That's her animal.
The pussy's getting wore down. It's losing its elasticity.
Is she
Who
just
said that?
Every nigga that take her to get a chicken tender platter,
the pussy gods said that.
I don't believe that.
All right. So everybody that take her to go get a chicken tender platter, is she giving them something?
Yeah. She like Cane's too.
Huh?
She like Cane's. You know that Cane's chicken? Yeah.
No. Have you ever fucked a virgin pussy?
Yeah.
No, I don't mean she's a virgin. I mean she has a virgin pussy.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So what is this rundown shit?
It's not, but I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
What's up?
All right.
No.
You know what's going to happen? This is what I fear is going to happen. She's so comfortable and so enjoying herself. For her to go back to normalcy, whatever that looks like, is
hard.
For her to live in that quote unquote normal world, she is going to hate every minute of it because she fell in love with being free.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She's to deviate from that, or she's going to rebel in that normal state a lot of times, and it's going to cause stain and strife in her current relationship she chooses to get in under that pretense of, oh, we just going to be just me and you.
Right. I mean, I think at some point, the guy or the girl could get tired of it, but also that's up to you how you feel. I don't think you should put a limit on it. Like,
is she having her most fun now being free?
She is. It's non-committal for her. We talked about that too. I asked her, is it because shit is messy out here in the dating world? Being non-committal is easy. It's something that you're not attached necessarily to one person. You're just enjoying things and enjoying different guys and sex with different men.
What the problem is, Willis? What the problem is, Willis?
She need a case of antibiotics. What's that antibiotic gonna do? It's gonna stop the train?
That's what I'm trying to find out. So what is the ran through pussy? Like, I know girls that got virgin pussy and they done fucked a ton of niggas.
I get it. Listen, I'm a sexually liberated individual. I just don't want to have all those different spirits and energies inside of my body.
Right. And that's
period.
That's
no, I get it. And that was what I was offering to her, just saying, hey, listen, after a while, when what is going to be the end point for you? Because I can say to you, somebody can say there is no end point, and she can go on forever because it's making her happy. But is she truly going to be happy, or is she truly going to be empty inside? And is her pussy going to be trash?
Listen, that's what I'm about to say. Maybe that's what makes her happy.
Yeah, I think she found her happy place.
Right. She found her happy place.
You know why?
Her whole phase is her happy place. And if that's what makes her happy, then sure, absolutely. But that was my question.
Wait a minute, listen, because y'all always talking there's too many different spirits, too many different energies, and that can be a thing. But it also could be a thing is that you're not messing with people that have bad energy or bad spirits. Maybe the people that you're messing with have good energy and good spirits, so it's not bad.
This is true.
What we doing?
So you do not think that if a person gets dicked down almost every day by multiple men in a 2-year time span, that her pussy ain't gonna be no different?
Do she have the virgin pussy?
This my question.
She might have had that virgin pussy at the beginning of the 2 years.
I've never seen a girl have the virgin pussy that still don't got the virgin pussy. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know what kind of pussy she got. But, let me see if I could DM her, ask her what kind of pussy she got.
I know girls that had like 3-4 kids still got the virgin pussy.
Yeah, absolutely tight. Right. Eventually the elasticity goes away.
When it gonna happen, Ish? When?
I don't know. It's different for every individual. 50, 60, 45. It's different for every individual. You're not going to know until your shit hit bottom.
She's in her element.
That's what I'm saying.
She's loving where she's at. And
some people are built like that. Like some people are sexual creatures and they just built for the shit.
And until she's tired of it, she's not going to ever have enough.
Right.
Just be careful.
Yeah, just be careful.
I'm not very close with this person, but I know this individual. So our conversation went a little deeper than just on the surface of this is what you like and what you into. I ultimately think that eventually she gonna burn herself out. And that's what I told her. So I told her to be careful, wrap it up, B.
And don't fuck nobody friends.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap this shit up, B. That's what I told him.
Wait a minute.
Be not rapping it. Be not rapping it.
I know.
Hold on.
No. I mean, like, bring this shit to an end. Bring this whole face to an end. No.
I didn't say that. I was mean wrap it up. I just put a condom
on. I was saying wrap this shit up, B.
What I'm saying is, why can't she fuck friends now?
She could fuck whoever she wants. Look. Is her name B? That's her name? B.
Yeah.
B. Congratulations on your newfound shit. Do what you guys do. Just be careful out there. Put a condom on a joint and don't suck too many dicks in 1 week.
Why? Why she can't suck more than one dick in a week?
Nigga, because that's...
I'm sure she has sucked more than one dick in a week.
You can get an infection like that.
What kind of infection?
I'm about to say, what kind of infection is that?
A throat infection. What kind of throat infection she gonna get?
She can get mono.
She can get mono from sucking dick?
Yeah, too many sperms? She multiple sperms?
What?
She fucking with multiple niggas. You don't know?
No.
Oh, that's not
She sucked the dick don't mean she gotta swallow the cum.
Right.
Nigga, that shit hit your tongue. You that.
Nigga, no, I've never heard of nobody getting bottom from sucking dick, my nigga.
You can. It's a fucking mouth disease.
Let me know. Let me know, people in the chat.
Let me know in the chat.
You get mono from sucking dick.
You can't get mono from sucking dick.
We gotta look this up.
That's the end of the hand, foot, and disease for adults.
I never heard that in my life, my nigga.
Listen, no. Can you get? Are you Googling it?
Yeah, somebody pull this shit up. Can you get mono from sucking dick? Let me know in the chat if y'all believe you can get mono from sucking dick. This nigga Nell is crazy.
No, he's right.
You can get mono from sucking dick?
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Wow.
And strep throat.
I believe
it can be considered a STD. Yeah, oral sex between two or more individuals can also promote the spread of mono.
What's the details?
When they suck, hitting the back of their throat, that shit coming out the joint. Just because he ain't releasing that pre-cum is all in her joint, he can get gingivitis. She can get gingivitis from his nut.
What if she not sucking dick like that?
She is.
What if she doing a warm up?
What's the warm up?
Just sucking a dick to get it hard.
That's still sucking it. It's still.
But you're not coming or nothing.
Pre-coming.
Well, no, but I think what the premise is too is that sucking the dick, kissing, and then kissing, because mono could come from kissing. So you're right if you doing the right, but that's what I'm saying. That's how I think they're correlating the oral sex to that. So if you
because
oral sex and then afterwards you come up and kiss. This is what I'm
saying. Y'all putting too much on it. What if she ain't doing all of that?
Right. Right, because I think that's how they're.
What now?
You giving the shorty the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, I am, nigga, because I'm not judging this one. I only judge the pregnant girl. I'm not judging this one.
How come the pregnant girl gets so much larger?
Right, exactly.
Why she
double standard? The standards that T is placing here. Isn't that something else?
Where this would have took a turn at if the girl was pregnant. If she got pregnant, secretly got pregnant, then T would have said stop.
Right. I would have said stop. I would have said stop. You violated.
You would have said stop. You violated.
Now somebody fucking my baby. Now you violated.
Now T let a kid.
But listen, she ain't got no baby.
Ain't T?
So
hold up. Hold up. Y'all, you spinning me now. Because T is fuck them kids. Now he love them kids.
Now he love them kids.
I am pro fuck them kids, but don't fuck my baby. I like little babies. Me and babies is cool.
You like?
I don't like kids.
You like?
I don't like kids. What you say?
What is it?
To what age? 5 years old? 3 years old? 4 years old?
I like babies like when they like up to 2 or 3. After that, get them kids the fuck out of here.
See, I can't. So you don't want the bull head knocking your baby in the head.
Right.
It's just the thought of that.
Right.
I got you.
Now you giving my baby like a hand. What the fuck? Like don't hit my baby with your dick, dog.
What you giving them, Down syndrome? Come
on. I mean, I need my baby to be smart. I hate dumb people.
I cannot. I'm done with y'all for the moment.
What I'm saying is y'all putting too much on this. Y'all think she's sucking dick and kissing her. No, nigga.
She might be.
Yeah, she is. He said it.
First of all, how many people is you kissing after she suck your dick?
Me?
Yeah.
What you mean? After my girl suck my dick?
Yeah, after she suck your dick and swallow, are you kissing her?
T, don't put these thoughts in my fucking head now.
Why not, nigga? I told you y'all put.
So wait. If your chick suck your dick, you not kissing her afterwards?
I kiss her.
Nigga, see what he doing? That ain't a real kiss.
That's how I kiss.
After y'all suck pussy, do y'all go up and kiss?
Facts.
But not after she suck your dick.
I don't have a problem.
Not if she swallowed. Not if she just swallowed me.
I'm cool with my dick. After she swallowed.
Why? Why? You want her to taste her cum, but you can't taste yours?
It's weird. It's just weird.
Come on with the double standard shit. Come on with the double standard.
I've kissed her after she sucked my dick.
See what he's
just
doing?
A peck.
Yeah.
No tonguing.
No tonguing.
No tonguing. But you eat her pussy and you tonguing her?
Facts.
Come on with the nonsense. Come on with.
I don't want to taste my own sperm. Each.
And she does.
So after you,
girls like to taste their own sperm. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, that's because y'all have funky skunk.
No, we don't.
Funky.
It ain't about us having funky skunk. It's just about
Funky
mentally.
skunk.
It's
What's
just about
funky
mentally. Look, it's just
Nasty
about
ass cum.
No,
My
it's just
shit nasty. My shit tastes like protein
that's
shit.
what I'm saying.
How you know?
My shit tastes like pineapple.
You don't know. You've been told.
My shit tastes just like mangoes.
My shit tastes like pineapples. Listen, what I'm saying is,
Yeah, my shit.
It's weird, Ish. I don't want to taste my own cum. Like that's weird.
I don't
Girls
want
like that kind of shit. It's the nasty girls.
It's
They like that shit. Some girls don't want you to kiss them after you eat their pussy.
They don't mind. Now, if you this is a topic of conversation. If the ass is ate, ain't nobody getting kissed.
Yeah, I would think that.
Now, Ish, if he eats your ass, is you letting this nigga tongue you?
Yeah, I listen.
Yeah.
First of all,
Ish,
we are.
You let this nigga tongue you after you?
No. But listen. I would not be.
No, once again, pain girl.
No, but listen. We know how clean I am as far as that goes. My orifice is extremely clean.
You are. I don't
care but I'm not saying.
I don't care if you took an enema. I don't care if you just stepped out of the shower. If I eat your ass, I don't even want to kiss you.
You see her name?
Yeah, most people don't want to. Listen, most people don't want to anyway. So that's never really like a thing. You know what I mean? So it just never fucking happens. But I'm just saying, if by some chance, I would be fine because I know my body, like, and I'm clean as shit.
And I'm clean as shit. I'm a nasty nigga.
So you leveled up. I don't care the cleanest person on earth.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. I get what you're saying. I get it.
So he eating the ass out. He having a chocolate. He having a chocolate delight.
No, ain't no chocolate, no fucking chocolate delight going on.
He eat you out, tongue you, put the little tongue in you. He coming up to your mouth and you exchanging the saliva.
You nasty.
Listen. I said I would be okay with it because would you say that's nasty? I would be right. I would be okay because I know my ass. Now,
is that all the DMs?
Yeah, that's all the DMs. We covered all the DMs.
Now we gotta see how nasty Ish is. Obviously, we light her on fire, and then she kissing after the ass.
Oh my fucking God, Ish, we learned something new already.
Y'all know y'all always learning some new shit about me.
Look at this one now. Now look.
That's right, Jennifer. No fucking rules. Don't tell me what can and can't be done. Go with the flow.
Cut it out.
That's right, Jimbo.
Getting brand new on here tonight.
They getting brand new tonight.
They getting real brand new.
Every erotic zone, man. They don't gotta act, man. They start losing it.
Listen.
Act, man. Now they tongue kissing.
I know Sarah's throwing up in her mouth.
All right. Hold on, Nell. This is the one. We know how clean you are, but when you eat his ass, are you tongue kissing him?
What?
Ain't no what?
I'm eating. Who says I'm eating?
Ain't no what? Ain't no
Who
what?
says I'm eating ass?
Ain't no what? Ish. After you eat his ass,
who says I'm eating ass?
Him?
Who says I'm eating ass?
Double standard.
Who says I'm eating
double
ass?
Standard each. Double standard each. That's your new name.
No,
double standard each.
I'm DM girl. Listen, double standard each. Listen, first of all, I'm not eating. I'm not tossing salad. I'm not eating.
Why you not eating ass, Ish?
I'm not eating ass.
Now I gotta pull back your nasty card. Now you lost your nasty card now.
First of all,
that's hilarious.
Listen, I don't know. We've talked about this many times. I don't know how I would be if a guy said I want my ass eat or
no, Ish. I'm not saying he asking you. I'm saying y'all having a wild, freaky night, and you just happen to be down there. You licked his. You licked his balls and everything, so you start licking his ass.
I wouldn't try it. I might get punched in the eye.
Why wouldn't you try it?
Because I might get punched in the eye.
But you're going down and he's not stopping you.
All right. Oh, oh, he's not stopping me. Okay, that might be a little different. It might get to that point. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not. No. I'm going to rinse out. I'm going to brush my teeth or some shit. If it happens, yeah, I'm going to brush. You know how I feel about that. I'm going to fucking brush my teeth. Shut the fuck up.
Don't stop my momentum with fucking brushing teeth shit. Please.
No, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let the shit get off. I'm gonna let the shit get off. I'm gonna let the session finish. I'm going to brush my fucking teeth.
Double standard each.
I can't.
That's how shit happens in the erotic zone. Make sure y'all like.
You know, it always go crazy and outlandish. You know.
Then I'm taking her nasty card back. Double standard each.
Double standard each. You know how it go. It just be a little too much for people. I get it. I understand.
Wow.
Crazy.
So that was it. That was it for the E-Zone DM roundtable. The guys were such great sports. Thank everybody in the chat, all the members for rocking out. We know it get crazy sometimes. Shit, if it didn't get crazy, then what we got? If it ain't getting a little wild and crazy.
All I know is
what?
It ain't gonna be.
I'm double standard each.
It ain't gonna be no kissing after you swallow this nut. It definitely ain't gonna be no kissing if somebody gets their ass eat. And you better not try to eat my ass.
That's it exactly. That's what I'm saying. I ain't just trying to eat nobody's ass. I'm gonna get my fucking rocks knocked off. I'm gonna be fucked up. Somebody gonna punch me in my fucking eye.
A couple niggas that like that shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they might say it or they might, hold their legs up and let you go to town or some shit to indicate that that's what they like or some shit. But I ain't just fucking trying it. My tongue ain't just accidentally slipping down there for me to get knocked upside my fucking head. I'm good. I'm good.
No. Who you look at more? The girl who fucked pregnant or the girl who fucked 18 niggas?
That's a good question. I'm looking past it and looking at the one with the tights. Move out the way, whore, baby whore. Let me. There was the tights on. She looks like my.
Move out the way, baby whore. It's insane.
Listen, I cannot with y'all tonight.
Look, Ish, move out the way, baby, and move out the way, whore. The tights is over there.
That's what I got about. Sorry.
Change his fucking name.
Crazy. And you can't get mono from sucking dick. You get mono from sucking dick and then kissing. You don't just get mono from sucking dick, people.
All right, you get strep throat from sucking dick. You can get a strep situation.
No, you can get strep throat from eating pussy.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yes.
But she's doing every nigga that buy her a chicken tender platter.
Listen, she gotta eat. Is she not hungry?
Oh, I'm sure she'd be hungry after all that fucking. She wanna eat.
Man.
It's
time to.
She wanna eat.
Trying to get out them streets, B. Please.
It's time to get out them streets, B.
I cannot. Oh my God! What a great conversation, y'all. Y'all know we be wild.
We're gonna go in 60 seconds, and going in 60 seconds is going just a little like this. We got 2 weeks, 11 days to the NFL season kicks off. It kicks off September 6th on a Thursday night. So be there, be square. Who's the first game of the season? I know it's Kansas City. Defending champs will be facing off against. Let's see. While we do that, we're gonna go around real quick, and I'm gonna ask T and Ish and everybody in the comments, post your team this season. Post the team that you are rolling and rocking with this season. I'm gonna let you already know who I'm rocking with. It's the blue and silver, the Dallas Cowboys. Ish, who you got, Ish?
Y'all already know the Philadelphia Eagles, the motherfucking green team.
Oh man,
are we putting our team? Hold on, who the fuck put the Lions in the chat?
I don't like.
Jen. Where them Eagles at?
Jen, I thought you was an Eagles fan. You a fan of everybody now.
Jen said, "Listen, okay, I'm gonna go to the Lions right now."
I thought she was an Eagles fan.
No, she's still an Eagles fan. That's Jen Boo. She just might show the Lions love.
I don't like that for you, Jen. And you know we love you over here.
Jen said no fucking rules.
Oh no. I think she was commenting who the Chiefs is playing. Chiefs' first game of the season on Thursday night, September 7th, against the Lions. So hopefully he's saying it's the Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs, September 7th, which is a Thursday night. Then that day up until week 3, you will have every team playing.
Put your dirty ass birds in the chat.
I did.
Eagles fan. E said she rocking with the Eagles. Let's read some of these real quick.
Yeah, they up there.
I'm rocking with the shit. I'm rocking with the shits.
Who's that?
The Browns.
You hear this kind of shit? Like this is what happens when you get out of the erotic zone. Like, bro. So he's
I can't breathe.
Loretta says she a Cowboys. She rocking with the Cowboys. Eddie says she's rocking with the Titans. Lady B said New England Patriots. Cynthia said New Orleans Saints. Diana is rocking with them boys. If you know who that is, the Dallas Cowboys. Juanita Cowboys. And Rhonda rounds it out with the Saints. I already told you I'm rocking with the Eagles. Oh
God!
Thank you, Nell. Thank you. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Bird,
listen. True sentiments always fucking come out. That's because he really rock with them boys, the Eagles, not the Cowboys.
I'm in mourning right now. I don't know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I already said I'm a Cowboys and I'm rolling with the Cowboys. I'm sorry for saying the Eagles. Somebody said the Eagles, but I'm not Eagles. I'm Cowboys for life. But the season starts this week. Also, thank y'all for supporting us here at Uncensored Minds. As we said before, we got a whole brand new lineup coming up not a brand new lineup, but we got a whole new little situation for y'all that y'all going to thoroughly enjoy. We're still going to have these intimate round tables that we do on Sunday. We're going to still be live. I know I seen Jen say no more live show. Yeah, we will still have a live show on Sunday. But you're also going to come to see something that will happen after the live show that will allow you to continue to rock with us from Uncensored Minds. So we got a dope little situation coming up for y'all. Also, this Wednesday we got Telemade Kicks again at 8 p.m. And then you can expect to see not intimate conversations, but the members content tomorrow. So we got a lot of things coming up for you. Unfortunately, yesterday we had to push back, make it make sense, due to me attending one of my family members' funeral. I just was not in the right headspace this week to put forth that. I thank my co-hosts, my friends, my family, T and Ish, for just allowing me to have that space, but also giving me the support. And I also appreciate each and every one of y'all out there for all your kind words that you've not only bestowed upon myself, but also my family. Tomorrow's another hard day for us, in our family, and putting to rest my brother. He also passed away the same day she did. So we're just making it make sense over here. What I would like to say, though, outside of thank you for all the prayers, is one thing that you can do. And I know people always ask me, can I do anything? How can I help now? Do you need anything? I do need something. I need you to go out and I need you to go get checked. What does that mean? I need you to, if you're a woman, I need you to go get your colons and your ovaries and your breast and your lungs and your livers, and just do a whole full body scan just to make sure that you don't have any underlying things that could be going on that a simple scan just can't see. For the fellas, I implore you to go out there and get in front of your health as well. Get your colons, your prostates, even get your breast examined and do everything that you possibly can to make sure that you are living your life at your healthiest at that moment. Far too often, when we don't do things like that, they have an opportunity to get a little bit further full blown than they needed to be if they would have got checked early. Which, in most instances, if it's caught early, can be treated. But if it's not, then you know you put not only yourself but your family in a predicament to where they're sitting here doing this, memorializing you, and crying and going through the emotions because you're no longer here. We all know one thing is for sure, true for certain, that death is inevitable in life. But if we're giving ourselves the fighting chance to prolong that and push that further and further down the timeline, then we're doing the best thing that we possibly can for ourselves. I hate making the show somber, but it is necessary for us to have these conversations, because it leaves individuals like myself who is being selfish, right? And when I say I'm being selfish, is because I miss the presence of people that I've lost. August and September historically have been hard months for me. Prior to this, I've lost my best friend Lou, which we talk about all the time in August, and then the day after, um, I lost my aunt, and then I lost my brother on the same day. Um, and I speak from a selfish standpoint of just wanting them to be here because I miss them. But I also know that they're no more suffering. Um, and they're in a place of peace. So that gives me a little solace. But then still, it hurts when you look around and you look within yourself to say, what could I have done more to emphasize time that we spend together? What could I have done more to let that person know that I love them the way that they love me? What could I have done to be a more constant in that person's life the way that they were in mine? Just this past however long it's been, especially yesterday, I found myself questioning myself, like, was I the best no to this person as I could have been? Did I place um, things that had no importance over someone who was important to me, who I felt was important to me? Could I have done better? And when you have those tough conversations with yourself, it forces you to look in the mirror and prioritize. Hopefully, prioritize what matters and makes sense to you going forward, and you do the necessary adjustments to where it's not a constant going forward, to where you're consistently having to have those conversations. Like I am in a mental hell at this moment. Some can see it, some can't. And I smile just to hold back from the tears. But I'm aware of where I'm at mentally, which is a step in the right direction. I'm not saying any of this for sympathy. I'm not saying any of this for a reaction. I'm just saying this from a place of a standpoint of clarity. I'm saying this from a standpoint of therapy. And I'm saying this just because I love and care about you enough that I want you to go out there and do everything that you possibly can to preserve the life that you love, and also your own for those that love you. That's the key to life. It's not money. It's not fame. It's not attention. It's not clout. It's none of that. The keys of life is love, and those that love us and the ones that we love, because those are the enriching stories that we will have to hold us over until we can see that person again. Those are the opportunities that will allow us to crack a smile instead of wallowing in our doldrums when we have those thoughts of the person that is no longer here. Those are the lasting memories that we want to be left with instead of the what ifs and whys. So let's do everything that we possibly can to be the best that we possibly can be. And it's tough, but we got to do it. Hence the reason why we have such meaningful and opinionated Sunday nights is because we care about the mental health of ourselves, but also our friends, which are you. So thank you for rocking with us. You always do. I ask that you come back next week and rock with us again. I ask that you follow us on all of our social networks, be it Uncensored Minds Facebook page or you know our Instagram page, or even up with us subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell, liking and also commenting, but also sharing these topics with your people, your friends, your loved ones, even strangers, because you never know who and what this can reach and who needs to hear these type of conversations that we have. I know we clown around a lot, but it's all done in fun and in love. So, again, that's episode 145 of Uncensored Minds. You can catch us tomorrow for some member content, and then again, a live show this Wednesday at 8 p.m. for Telemade Kicks. And then hopefully, we'll follow that up within a week or so with Make It Make Sense with Nell. So, thank you to everybody out there for your kind words. Thank you to everybody out there for your prayers. And thank you to everybody out there for loving us here at Uncensored Minds. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Crack-a-lackin', huh? Cheer up, big.
We cheered over here, man. I'm good over here.
You sure? You for the dying? Each was over there dying in the background now.
Wow.
I wasn't dying.
What double standard was doing?
What double standard was
double standard was holding back the tears. Yeah. I was holding back the tears now. That's what double standard was doing.
Yo, Thomas, I would not have let one tear drop out this eye. I probably don't got no more tear. I cried so much. I'm holding some tears for tomorrow's ceremony. What we got to do tomorrow, because the funeral is tomorrow. I'm probably going to cry some more. But yeah, man, crying is crying. My eyes hurt. I
just want to say that I'm running on fumes. I had a busy weekend.
Need a break.
I took my son back to school yesterday, and also I was dancing on this bed with my Jordans on earlier. So I'm a little tired, but it's all good. My son's back at school.
Dad is free
to go back to walking around naked. Good times again, man. It's good times, man.
What'd you say? Let's get naked.
Let's get naked.
That's his favorite line.
Let's get naked.
Also, before we get out of here, what was the name of that young kid that was shot and killed by the police officer? You said
Eddie Irizarry.
To the family of Eddie Irizarry, we dedicate this show tonight to you and your memory. Justice will be served, and the memory of your son will continue to live on. And I mean, even though we don't know him here, one thing we do not condone is unnecessary, senseless violence. You know what I mean? Us being parents of some sort, we all know how that we would hate to understand how that feels to lose a child, especially in this heinous type of way. Oh, this show is dedicated to him, and also I want to dedicate it to Miss Bradshaw. I love you, and I am going to miss you.
As always, love on your people.
To my brother Roosevelt, thank you. Thank you, my brother, for loving me. Thank you for giving me my opportunity. At 15 years old, my first job, my brother hired me to be put some in my pocket so I wouldn't have to go beg my mother. And from that moment on, it's been nothing but love. So shout outs to everybody that's behind the scenes. When we say behind the scenes of what us that makes up our fibers. that makes up our story, that makes up our history, because those people need to be shouted out and memorialized too, just because they got us to this point. Get up out of here, people, because I'm about to start crying. But
episode 145, people. We out of here.
Peace.